Coach John Harbaugh. His team just missed the playoffs after losing at Pittsburgh in Sunday night's season finale. He was under contract through 2028. The Giants and others are expected to be interested. Harbaugh led the Ravens for 18 seasons. In 8 years with quarterback Lamar Jackson there, Baltimore's only won 3 playoff games. The Lions fired offensive coordinator John Morton after one season. Detroit went 9-8, missing the playoffs. Dallas fired defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus after one season. The Cowboys allowed 30 points a game, worst in the league. Washington fired its offensive and defensive coordinators, Cliff Kingsbury and Joe Witt Jr. The Titans will reportedly interview Jason Garrett for their head coach opening later this week. The college football playoff semifinals are Thursday and Friday. Luka Doncic leads the way in second fan returns of the NBA All-Star voting. Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 1 in the East. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack-a-dack, dack-dack-a-ack.
Enter, brother.
Oh, yeah. Come on in. And with that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thanks, LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow!
And now,
We'll do it live!
on YouTube.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Thank
Do
you,
it!
Bill. Appreciate it.
Shout out to Bill.
No doubt.
Or not.
Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this Trash Talking Tuesday. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
Yeah. Unless it was Aaron Maller's show, then
Yes,
you
it'd
would
be
change all
different.
the rules then.
Of course. Yes. Write it down, committed to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen who can't figure out numbers and letters,
It's not trigonometry.
877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line when you do call in, it's all your fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
Station.
With all that said, always remember...
Sweetie beatie.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yay.
4
Let's
decades in the game.
go.
Yay.
Big show.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
Thank you, DC. And let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin.
What's up, man? Happy Trash Talking Tuesday. Feeling good. Sometimes you get introspective and you think about life and how long you've been doing something. You know?
Would that be me?
Well, anybody who follows us knows now. They synced it early this morning.
Early.
You want to make an announcement, brother?
Nah, we'll do it a little later. We
Oh,
got
a
that
little
set
later.
up.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you know, it is a milestone in my life. That's
is a
all.
milestone.
And it is, I think it's sobering when you realize not what you've done, but how much time you have left. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That was,
Like, I'm on the other side. I'm not looking at
That was
all
real.
those years in the back. I'm looking at the years ahead of me.
yeah,
That's really where we're at.
that was too real. You know I know it's real
Why?
when you put on that one. You put all the colleges, You got 6 on the back, too.
No, that's all right.
So that's what I know is real. You about to name everybody.
No, that's all good.
The high school on the sleeve.
We are ready. Hey, what a show we got for you. We got a lot to get to.
We talked about it yesterday.
Right away, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew on this Trash Talking Tuesday because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer. Bud Mexican is. Hey, Rob G. Bud Mexican is. I do have an idea for the cheesecake bet. Why don't you go to Costco's, buy the cheesecake that has the 4 slices or whatever it is, and then thaw it out on Thursday night, bring it in on Friday so that everybody here, except for Kelvin who will be at home, but we'll share the cheesecake for my birthday.
Cheesecake might draw me in.
Okay? We'll do that since my birthday's Saturday, Friday.
I think it's strawberry, though. Is that okay? I think it's a strawberry.
They don't have
cheesecake.
a vanilla bean, a regular one?
That's the only one they sell. They sell the one. I'll have to look it up, but I'll make sure.
Look and see, because Alex and I, we only like vanilla bean.
Only? I thought that was just your favorite.
Well, vanilla bean or Latinas, either way.
Yes, one of the two.
What?
That's a good flavor.
It is.
So wait.
It's very mocha.
Whoa. What's up? Well, you don't like chocolate, brother?
Chocolate's great.
There you go.
I don't like that grape.
Chocolate.
That grape was very patronizing.
Just sometimes it's too sweet.
That chocolate's great.
It's great.
It's
cool.
I got black friends.
Alex,
That's what it
He
sounds like.
he said chocolate's fine when no one sees you eating it.
There you go.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
I'm not racist. I have a color TV.
There you go. And Alex said,
Come on.
and Alex
That's a good
said,
point.
the chocolate's good, but sometimes it's just too loud at the movie
Too loud
theater.
and too sweet.
Knocking them all out. What else?
Racist.
Does it jump high? Is it fast?
Sometimes it's just too tall of a cake, you
There
know?
you go.
Is it aggressive? Is it angry chocolate? What else you want to say here?
All right, it's all good. I do want to make one. I do want to make one public service announcement.
All right.
No music though, Alex. Just
Okay.
real
Ooh,
serious.
acapella announcement. Okay.
Can I do it? Well, I can't see.
It's real when the glasses go back on. It's real. All right, here we go. What we got?
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I got to say this.
All right. Oh, I know where you're going.
I should. I really, really should. Just
put the music
Wait a
on.
minute. No, don't put the music on. I should
Oh, boy.
take a bow. Just bow. Because my NFL predictions this year have been spot on. There's no two ways about it.
Not 3,
Not
not 4,
4,
not 5, not 6,
There we go.
not 7.
Alex,
And when I say that, I really believe it.
you know what I'm talking about. And this was another one, and that's the news of the day. Rob G's going to jump in because somebody I said who should be fired week 1, and people said I was a prisoner of the moment, and you're overreacting because they blew that game in Buffalo. And I was like, no. John Harbaugh should be fired. That was after week 1. We had seen the act, and guess what, Rob G, happened today?
John Harbaugh has been fired by the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, snap.
That is the all caps headline. There's some more details you should know before we get into the rest of this topic. John Harbaugh, despite all of his foibles and his limp there down the finish in Week 18, it must be noted that he was pretty successful with Baltimore.
There ain't
18
no
seasons,
doubt about that.
181-13 record, 13-11 in the postseason, won a Super Bowl, and here's my favorite stat: he won 8 road playoff games during his time with the Ravens, which is the most in NFL history.
No, there's no denying his success.
That don't mean you can't get fired or that you got stale or that every season ended in a bad way. And, Kelvin, I'm here for all the sympathizers and all the people who are like, oh, well, he didn't miss the field goal. He didn't fumble at the goal line. He didn't miss the 2-point conversion. How can you blame John Harbaugh for what's happened in the offseason? I mean, in the postseason the last few years. You know how you can blame John Harbaugh?
How?
Because when he won the Super Bowl and they made the catches and the touchdowns, he got a contract extension. He was lifted up by the team and carried off the field, even though he didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't catch a touchdown. He didn't rush for 150 yards. He didn't make a sack. It comes with the job. When you win, Kelvin, and your team does well, guess what? The coach gets credit. When the team doesn't play well and they fumble a ball and miss a game-winning field goal and win the game, lose the game that they're supposed to win the division, you take the blame. The Baltimore Ravens did the only thing that made sense. 18 years is enough. I said it the other day. He's not a Supreme Court justice or a pope. He's a football coach, one that got stale. Have you ever had stale potato chips?
Ooh,
they don't taste good.
Nah, I need a new bag.
And that's what happened. I'm good with this. This is totally. I thought it might not happen because it didn't happen on Monday, but they probably thought it out, gave him some respect because it's the 18 years, which is fine. But this had to happen.
Well, I think also it took if you want to say extra 24 hours, is I think conversation Rob G and I were having that we'll have a little bit later on. I think there's some big time power play in it. Folks they had to talk to, if you catch my drift, to have conversations with. This wasn't just they weren't walking in with a losing record, 3 losing seasons. You know, where it was an obvious, like, man, after this, he's the minute the game's over. This isn't Raheem Morris in Atlanta or something where you're like, man, we know what's up as soon as this ends. This wasn't that. So obviously taking 24 hours to me is perfectly fine in this scenario. Now, let's go back to a couple things. Something you just brought up I want to touch on. He didn't kick the field goals or miss them. He didn't fumble the ball, blah, blah, blah. However, there can be something called a consistency on your team. You ever notice there can be teams that consistently got it done? There are teams that consistently found a way. There are teams that consistently were able to close games. That's a part of the nature and the culture of that team. And when your team, when everyone gets shaky, and by everyone I mean the viewer, your team, the broadcasters, in a tight situation with your team, we all go, I don't know about these guys. There's something you bear the brunt of that because you are the leader of this team. You're the leader of this organization. And again, routinely, something always went wrong, right? They were jittery. Someone went offsides. Someone missed a catch. There's a field goal miss. Terrible play calling. Why would you play that? Why would you stop running Derrick Henry when you've been dominating the Kansas City Chiefs? Why would you stop running him the other game against the Steelers when he was balling out in the first half, 150, 60 yards?
First half, right, first quarter.
Then you run him 5 times. There's always something. And by the way, not everything is going to end peachy like John Elway jumping into the end zone and go riding off in the sunset with a couple of Super Bowls. Like, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes it's just
That's the anomaly.
Right. It's just time for us to part ways. Doesn't have to be beef. You don't have to hate us. We don't have to hate you. It's just time. We want something new. We want a new voice. We want a new way to structure our team and organization. And it's time 18 years in the 2000s. This isn't Chuck Noll. This isn't Tom Landry where, if you're that guy, you're going to get all these years.
Even Tom Landry got run out.
Exactly. Jerry Jones said it's been enough. And my point is, in the 2000s, 18 years that's almost like doubling it. It's like you almost got 36 years, or at least add another 10 years to it. So I think it had just run its course. I don't think anything ill of it, meaning I don't think he has to hate them. Obviously, he's disappointed. But when he looks back at it, he's had ample opportunities. You and I have said with the best player for the last 2 or 3 years, wherever you want to put him.
And then they had Derrick Henry. Look at all the players they have. There's 6 Pro Bowlers on this.
You have 2 tight ends who are quality tight ends, defensive players. You've had leads in multiple games. You all-time leader in blown leads. And at a certain point, that is a reflection of you, and it's okay.
He's the Doc Rivers of the NFL.
I'm okay with that. I had to do my math. Okay. Wow.
He is. Because
Doc
Rivers won a championship.
And he's living off the one.
And look how bad his last 10 years have been. Awful. Up 3-1 in some series, lost. Milwaukee.
The only reason why I don't want to give it, that's not crazy. But the reason, because Doc just started. Remember, Doc? Well, at least I got to the playoffs.
He said at least he didn't get swept.
Yeah, at least I didn't get swept.
Right.
Getting up 3-1 is hard. Come on, Doc. But no, this is to me something that is perfectly fine. This is where it had to be right now because we can't see the same movie over and over and over again. And breakups are hard, but you have to do it when it's that time. And they decided to break up with him.
All right, we want to hear from you on this. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Was John Harbaugh's firing in Baltimore justified, or did they get it wrong? Kelvin and I don't agree on a lot of stuff. We agree here, but do you disagree? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio, and you know what you need to do.
What's that?
Stick and stay.
Because I promise you, Rob Parker's going to tell you who's next to be fired in the US of A. Kelvin, watch out.
Well, you know who's feeling PTSD this evening is every Laker fan in Los Angeles because the team sucks right now. They got blowed out 3 straight games. They lost 6 of their last 10.
Hey, yo!
And it was so bad that after the game, J.J. Redick, very mild-mannered J.J. Redick, as you know, went scorched earth on his entire roster. Take a listen.
The 2 words of the day were effort and execution. And, I feel like when we've done both of those things at a high level, we've been a good basketball team. When we haven't, we're a terrible basketball team. And tonight we were a terrible basketball team. And that started legitimately right away because we don't care enough right now. And that's the part that bothers you a lot. We don't care enough to do the things that are necessary. We don't care enough to be a professional. We had it. We had it. This is. I always say this about culture. I always say this about a team being a good team being a functioning organism. It can change like that. We don't have it right now. Again, it goes back to what I said the other night. It's a matter of making the choice, and too often we have guys that don't want to make that choice, and it's pretty consistent who those guys are. And so Saturday practice, I told the guys, it's going to be uncomfortable. The meeting is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing another 53 games like this.
I got a couple things real quick, Kelvin. First, and Rob G., you said you heard the rest of the press conference, right? It was just a quick little blip. I teach journalism at USC. I would not allow J.J. Redick to get up there and paint a broad brush. Who are you talking about, J.J.? Is it Luka? Is it LeBron? Is it Austin Reeves? You got to tell me who you're talking about, okay? This whole notion about they know who they are. Who are they? Okay?
Yeah, because he did it twice too, Rob. You're right.
I mean, come on, man. Stop it. What reporters are sitting there allowing him to not have to say LeBron's name. I want to hear it out of your mouth. Say Luka out of your mouth. And this guy's he's a fraud and a hypocrite. Doc Rivers, 3 years ago, he ripped Doc Rivers on ESPN on First Take about not being accountable and always making excuses. And here he is. You got 3 guys in a starting lineup, right, who can't play defense, who won't play defense. But have you made a change, Kelvin? Have you sat somebody down and said, Rob G., what's the stat? Don't they have those 3 guys together defensively is as bad as it gets in the NBA?
Yeah.
Well, what's worse is that their starting lineup, so you include those 3 guys,
right.
You got Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton. In 76 minutes entering Christmas, so it only got worse on Christmas.
Right.
The Lakers starting lineup been outscored by 15 points, allowing 120.7 points per 100 possessions. That would rank worse than every NBA defense except the Jazz and the Wizards, who are trying to lose.
And Kelvin, that's my point, is you have this data, okay? You know what this is. If you're really trying to coach and make a difference, LeBron, sit down. Austin Reeves, like that together. You guys can't play together. I'm going to have to break this up and put somebody in there defensively who's maybe not the offensive weapon, right? But we need somebody to make some stops. You can't keep doing this. We know what LeBron is. Did you watch the play yesterday where he stomped his foot and yelled at the referee and didn't run back? Timeout. JJ, I dare you to call timeout and pull LeBron out of the game. I dare you. It doesn't happen. Luka. Oh, look how great he is. The people who think that Luka is in the MVP conversation, dude, one-dimensional, and he doesn't even try to play defense. He ain't no damn MVP. I'm sorry.
Well, they've been saying Austin Reeves is in the All-Star consideration, but we got some breaking news right now, Rob G.
Yeah, just in the last 15 minutes or so, it was revealed that Austin Reeves has a grade 2 left calf strain, will be reevaluated in approximately 4 weeks. So you won't see that starting lineup anymore, Rob.
So you aren't going to see that. But Rob, so a couple of things. I'm going to jump in here. You mentioned a couple of things I want to touch on. Rob G added the stats that I was going to bring here. If you're J.J. Redick, I'm seeing you usher out the same lineup 7 times already this season that ain't doing nothing. That's on you. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, thinking a different outcome. That's you running out this same lineup. That is you running out a lineup that's a given. You got a 41-year-old who we know can't play defense, and it's almost impossible for you to even ask him to play defense at the rate in which you need it. We have a Luka Doncic who has never been known to play defense, and now you have those two playing together, and an Austin Reeves. And what do we like to bring up all the time? Austin Reeves is the guy that other teams pick at. That's the guy they go at. So you got 3 of them in the same lineup at the same time, and DeAndre Ayton, who is not an overwhelmingly a dynamic big man who blocks shots, changes shots, and is an enforcer.
Miracle.
This big you in college, right?
This was the 80s, yeah.
That's
Are
you,
you kidding? I know the logical song.
Yep. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Trash Talking Tuesday.
You know how deep this song is?
I got to hear the words now.
You need to listen to it on your way home.
All right. Sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. We are there now, simulcasting. All you got to do, search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Check it out. Hit it up. Thumbs up. Subscribe, like, share, comment. We love all that good stuff. Rob G reads comments throughout the show. We'll read some a little bit later on. John Harbaugh fired. We actually agree that it was just that time. It was time to move on. They got it right. 877-99 on Fox. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you say we're crazy. Maybe you say it was an injury-prone season. You should have ran it back. What do you say? 877-99 on Fox.
All right, let's start off with Obi in Los Angeles. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Obi?
Washington and Mr. Parker, good afternoon.
How are you?
Up, brother?
All right, how you guys doing? Mr. Parker, I'm still waiting for your stand-up. So
I know.
Hey,
God. We're going to do that after April.
Oh, that's very specific.
Okay, yeah, because I got some things going on in February and April, and right after that stuff is behind me, then I'm going to get back on the stage.
All right.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. So you guys got it right. Yes, it's about time. The OC's got to go. The DC's got to go. The head coaches got to go. They all got to go. The very bad decision-making for a very long time. You've had the best quarterback in the league for the last 4 years.
Yep.
Right. And what's going to happen is, I think what he should do is he should go join his brother with the Chargers for a year, because all the jobs that are out there right now are bad. And then gather himself up and then get another better job.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the call.
Thanks, Obi.
It might be some beef, though, because, they played each other in the Super Bowl. He might be still mad. Like, I don't want
are you kidding?
Right,
the NFL is
cronyism. I know, but I'm saying you beat me in the Super Bowl. Still, I love you.
Cronyism and nepotism. He'll hire his brother if he can't get a job.
He
Reese.
can get a job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree.
They
Reese.
say he got 7 calls already.
In Lexington, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Reese?
What's up, fellas? Haven't talked to you in a while. I'm going to tell you why he got fired. Like y'all said, he's had the best regular season quarterback. Last 4 years, 2-time MVP. That's horrible in the playoffs.
Yep.
He's horrible. He's Aaron Rodgers without a chip, and he got him fired. Because if you look at Dak Prescott and put him side by side, I saw a thing the other day on Fox. He has better postseason than Lamar. Lamar has let that team down. He's a bad quarterback in the postseason.
Well, wait a minute. Let me ask you. And Lamar's numbers aren't great, but you also got to look at. There's a lot of. And this is where I look at coaching and look at other players as well. Like the whole team.
There's been some fluky plays.
There's been some fluky plays. There's also been a lot of penalties.
Andrews.
Defense, like drops. We saw the kicker missed the kick. Mark Andrews last year in Buffalo dropped a 2-point. Not running Derrick Henry against Kansas City. They had Lamar throw on every down when they were a running team all year. Like there's a lot of stuff there. You could pick Lamar, and I'm okay with that because when they win, he gets all the credit too. So I'm okay with that. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. 877-99 on Fox. Chris in Mississippi. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Rob, Mr. Kelvin? How y'all doing? Happy New Year to both of y'all.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not going to say that his firing was justifiable, but I will say that, 18 years and, maybe it's time for a new voice. So he probably ran this course, but John Harbaugh, he going to have another job.
Without a doubt.
No, but because he gets another job doesn't mean that he did a good job in Baltimore. He was there.
He did do a good job.
He wasn't there too long.
He underachieved.
Right. And see, a different generation of players coming in, so sometimes, change can be for the better. But, I will say this, though, with the previous caller that just came in about Lamar Jackson and his stats in the playoffs, now that's justifiable. If everybody can sit up here and talk about Dak and his postseason failures, it's time to start questioning Lamar's as well.
Yeah, the only difference is, and I hear you, but one guy's won a couple MVPs, one guy hasn't. And
but I think that's add to the problem, Rob, is that you've been an MVP, get it done. Look, it's a compliment to Lamar. He's that great that now he's in the category of all we want to see is you get it done.
I get that, but you also have to watch the games. You can't watch that game and say, because I saw people, Lamar choked again. How could you watch that game and say that?
No, fourth quarter was crazy.
Okay, am I right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't get it locked into your head where you're not even watching the game.
Lamar, the problem.
Okay, 4th and 7, the season's on the line. He makes the throw to Lively. Come on. Really? But Lamar blew the game. He got his team down to the 20 with a kicker, a 44-yarder. Not a 64-yarder, a 44-yarder. Come on, man. Be fair.
Lamar knows, if he sat right next to us right here, that he has to exercise his demons and get to a Super Bowl.
He knows that. Nobody's saying that.
Because how many more MVPs? He's LeBron James in Cleveland.
But I'm saying you can't. But you got to watch the game, though. You can't just automatically – every time they lose, it's on Lamar.
Here's what Lamar needs. He needs a game where everything we just said happens. There are some drops. There's a missed field goal. But he still went crazy and won that game and Supermaned it. That's what he needs to kind of shut up the doubters, if you will. All right. We got Ephraim Salam on the way. Obviously, we'll ask him about this firing of John Harbaugh. We'll do that in a moment. Right now, Steve DeSega going to get you set for what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hello, Baltimore Ravens did fire Coach John Harbaugh. The regular season finale in the NFL this past Sunday night was Harbaugh, who'd been 18 years with the Ravens, coaching against Mike Tomlin, 19 years with the Steelers. In the end, Pittsburgh won it, and, the Ravens just missed the playoffs. John Harbaugh was under contract through 2028. The Lions fired offensive coordinator John Morton after one season. Detroit went 9-8 after missing the playoffs. Dallas fired defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus after one season. The Cowboys allowed 30 points per game, worst in the league. Washington fired its offensive and defensive coordinators, Cliff Kingsbury and Joe Witt Jr. The Titans will reportedly interview Jason Garrett for their head coach opening later this week. The college football playoff semifinals are Thursday and Friday. In the NBA, Currently, it's Indiana with a 12-game losing streak on the court right now and not doing too bad. They're up early in their game against Cleveland. It is 24-16 late first quarter. Pacers in the lead. There are only 5 games total. That includes Sacramento at 11 p.m. Eastern Time hosting Dallas. Kings forward Keegan Murray will miss at least 3 to 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. He is averaging 15 points per game. To college basketball, number 6 Duke is currently trailing at number 20 Louisville. That's 29-19 for the Louisville Cardinals mid-first half. And on FS1, about 8 minutes to go first half, number 2 Michigan leads at Penn State 24-17. Among the 10 NHL games, Avalanche scoreless early at Tampa Bay. Hurricanes out to a 1-0 lead on the Stars in the first period. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. It is the Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. And, of course, we got some big stuff coming up with Ephraim. We'll get there in a little bit. Still got Shekel City Play of the Day on the way. And then, again, a little special moment coming up in just a little bit. And Aleve, by the way, is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can achieve your goals. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. And we know everybody always talks about New Year's. We did our whole New Year's resolution. Everybody's going to eat better, work out more, all that. So go check out some Aleve to keep you healthy, keep you feeling good so you can get in the gym. Again, John Harbaugh's gone. Another thing we were talking about, Rob G and I, he kind of reminds me of a little bit of Dan Campbell in that obviously he's Dan Campbell Sr., but where you trust them to build a culture, build the camaraderie, the team is on point. They got a one-track mind, they're focused as far as this is what we are. But the execution, the making those right calls, the having that fourth quarter where you're comfortable, you believe in it, or having that final drive, there's something missing there. You know what I mean? Where you're just and it's almost like still left to be determined what Dan Campbell's going to be without Ben Johnson. And you wonder if John Harbaugh kind of needed that Ben Johnson type of player. And that's fair.
I'm going to tell you, I just do not see Dan Campbell winning the Super Bowl. I really don't.
that was you went all the way there.
No, I'm just saying.
Get to one would be you spent 20 years in Detroit. Getting to one would be 2/3 of a Super Bowl win right there.
Nah, but I don't see it. I don't see them winning. I don't see them getting there.
Here's why
not with Dan Campbell.
Here's why I would say it's still a possibility. If you had that Ben Johnson guy, if John Harbaugh had his type of guy like that, you need somebody else who can that little bit of fine tuning because they got the route. I got everybody. People are playing hard. They got this, and we got talent. That little bit of fine tuning, and I think that's what John Harbaugh. I just never felt comfortable in the last handful of years watching them they're going to make the right call. They're going to make the right decision. They're going to have the right play call. Guys are going to be locked in enough. It's just something was always off, and at a certain point, I got to point the finger somewhere. You know what I mean? It just seems to be.
It's rightly pointed at John Harbaugh.
I agree.
Right, rightly. I don't know how long you can go. I don't know if people really 18 years as an NFL.
Well, that's why I said 18 years in the 2000s is
place. You know what I mean? We're not talking about he had 3 jobs.
In totaling 18 years.
Yeah, 18 years in the same place.
There are people
got one championship, and then they were winning and they were in the mix. But the last 3 or 4 years with arguably the best quarterback, and you could say whatever you want. If you watch the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs, that was not Lamar Jackson. That was not what they did all year when they ran the football. The game plan made anybody who watched that game was like, what is this?
I mean, I brought it up even on Sunday night.
What was this?
They just stopped running the ball with Derrick Henry. Or they didn't go to Lamar early. Lamar had to get hot in that fourth, but they didn't go say, let's mix it up. Lamar, we're going to start doing way more RPOs where you run the ball more and get some. They didn't mix it up. And that's the problem with the John Harbaugh-led teams as of late. You just felt like something was going to be off. Something wasn't going to be right. Routinely when it came down to making the right plays, calls, or finishing a game.
Rob,
you just didn't feel that.
You pushing back on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys give Lamar Jackson entirely too much of a pass.
No,
I like Lamar Jackson. I think he's great.
I never said that. I said
you brought up the AFC Championship game. That's not Lamar Jackson. They didn't run the football. Lamar Jackson went 20 of 37 in that game with a pick and a lost fumble.
Yes, but hold on.
He played poorly. They happened to have a chance to win at the end in spite of that.
But wait a minute.
He played poorly.
Did Zay Flowers fumble a ball?
He did. Did Lamar also drop a ball?
He did.
Yes, he did.
Okay, did they get blown out in that game? What was the final? What
because
was the final
defense
score?
stepped up.
What was the
and
final
kept
score
it
in the
close,
game?
17-10.
All right, so there was a game there. He fumbled at the 1-yard line that changed the game. And my point is, if you go back to that season, Rob G, every time they rushed for 20, I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, they were a running team that season.
Okay.
Yes.
Every time they rushed 25 or more, they had like a 12-2 record. And in that game, for whatever reason, they had Lamar throwing the ball more than I could have expected. That's
Which is crazy because they weren't even down. Like, it wasn't like they're down 20. Okay,
right.
we got to get back in this game.
They lost by 7.
They stopped the Chiefs.
What did I say the other day about when Aaron Rodgers threw
47 passes.
I said
attempts.
47 attempts, to me, if I just looked at the stats,
they're down
They're
big.
down by 3 touchdowns. That's the only way that I would want Aaron Rodgers to throw the football
Just most
that
quarterbacks.
much.
If we don't have to,
Am
why?
I right?
Bad things can happen when you
Rob
have to
G,
throw that
is that
much.
right on that number? Like 47 passing attempts for Aaron Rodgers? I was shocked.
So, Rob G, here's why I get what you're saying and why I said I do hold him accountable. The issue with Lamar is if Lamar was just simply Lamar, meaning he doesn't even have to be better than he normally is. You get what I mean? The issue with Lamar has been he's played subpar Lamar, and that's the trouble. If he just was normal Lamar, like he didn't even have to be Superman. I'm agreeing with you. In most games he's played in the postseason, if he's just even Stevens Lamar,
which he hasn't been,
exactly.
Right.
They win some of those games, maybe not all, but they win a couple of these games, and we're having different conversations. Or maybe he's been in a Super Bowl, maybe he didn't win it or not, but he's been to a Super Bowl. Absolutely agree. Lamar has admitted as such. He talked about maybe I put too much pressure on myself. I remember he said that. I think it was
I just
two off seasons
I think
ago.
there's a combination, and I get it. He's such a good player. Everybody expects him to win, and I get all that. Dan Marino played for a long time and did not win, didn't even get another sniff after he got to the Super Bowl one time. And they never talked about Dan Marino in that way that they talk about Lamar. And they said, oh, he doesn't have wide receivers. He doesn't have – I get it. So which one is it? And he didn't play, obviously to get into enough playoff wins or whatever to get to the Super Bowl again. And my only point is when you're the quarterback, you're going to get all the glory and all the pushback, even though if you go back, and even with the mistakes he made in Buffalo.
Which he makes in every game.
In Buffalo.
Yes.
He makes those mistakes. There's 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go in the game. He marches them immediately down the field. He gets the touchdown, okay? Throws the 2-point conversion. I'm just here. If he catches that, you're
tied.
Okay, but the point is, you're in the game. You have a chance to win. He gave you that chance to win, and you wipe out what has happened till that point. Now you got a new ball game because he was able to take you down and get you there. That's all I'm saying. So when you look at that, you go, well, he had an interception in the first half. Oh, he had a fumble in the first half, because you revert back to his mistakes there rather than looking and saying he just marched you down and and should have tied the game.
Here's where I'll push back on that. Patrick Mahomes won an entire Super Bowl run every single game being down 10. And yet they found a way to win. Down 10, find a way to win. Down 10, all the way to the Super Bowl run and winning that Super Bowl. And I think, again, with Lamar, I get what you're saying. Sometimes the issue is
look at it?
Don't shoot yourself in the foot and get down in the hole and have to climb back out of the hole just to hopefully win it at the end. What I'm saying is I want Lamar to just be the Lamar that actually we come in here on Mondays after Sundays and go, that just looked ridiculous.
Yeah, but I just think that's too easy to think that. No,
but you can have some of those games.
But that's
every game doesn't have to not be that, Rob.
The other team is playing as well. So are you going to take away Tom Brady was down 28-3 to the Falcons? Do we think about that? We look at the Falcons, they choked.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes, the games that they won against San Francisco, they choked in the second half. They choked. Up 10 with 8 minutes to go, and they don't run the football. You look back at that and go, they gave him a chance. Tom Brady, they have a chance to run the ball, kick a field goal, and you're up by 11. They choked, but Tom Brady was down 28-3 in that game. Tom Brady's been down. That's what I'm trying to say is like Every game is not perfect. You come out and you play great and you blow the other team. It just doesn't work like that.
I don't disagree.
John Elway got blown out his first 5 Super Bowls or whatever, first three. Got blown out. And do you blame him or do you look at the defense and go, my God, like what can I do?
Well, he was getting blamed.
I know.
He was getting that. This part comes with the job with the quarterback.
Yeah,
we all acknowledge that, right? We acknowledge it.
The thing that you got to acknowledge, I think that you both of you, but Rob specific, I'm talking to Rob. The thing that you don't acknowledge about Lamar Jackson is you're quick to point out Zay Flowers' fumbles, Mark Andrews dropped the ball, and all these things, while not acknowledging that Lamar Jackson played a big role into why those plays were so important. Or you're blaming them for dropping the ball, fumbles, whatever, and not acknowledging that, hey, the only reason you were in that game against Kansas City is because the defense held down Patrick Mahomes to 17 points. Despite your turnovers, Lamar.
But there are plays in football games where a guy who fumbles at the 1-yard line changes the complexion of the game, Rob G, and you cannot deny that a fumble at the 1-yard line in a one-score game at that point doesn't change. Just like against the Steelers, when you look at that game, you want to talk about the kick, right?
Yeah.
But they were up 10-0 with chances to go up 17-0 or whatever it was, and they couldn't get there. Those are swings in games that if you notice, you go, you get a field goal or a touchdown there.
But that actually would go
game.
to the point of why couldn't Lamar just get up 14-0? Why couldn't he get up 17-0?
Because the other guys the other teams are playing.
No, right.
It's just the idea that he's supposed to have a 17-0 or 24-0 to play with.
Why are you trying to diminish the swing plays that he made?
No, I'm not.
Off the heels of a touchdown against Kansas City, he fumbles the snap.
I didn't say that.
On their side of the field.
No, but I didn't say that. But I'm just saying you can't only look at his plays and not look at some of the other plays.
My whole point, I get what you're saying. My only thing is, at this point,
it's too easy to just say Lamar.
I need a signature run from Lamar, meaning where obviously maybe you miss a game because you get the home field advantage or something, you got a bye week, but I need a signature run from him. That's where he is now, where he has a run of 2 to 3 games that gets him to a Super Bowl, where, again, nobody's saying he has to be superhuman, just be normal Lamar. He can't be sub-Lamar routinely, and that's the issue. That's the only issue I would have with it. He knows it. He's been sub-Lamar too often. That's been the issue. All right, on the way, Shekel City, Play of the Day, and then also something special as well. We will do that next. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Trash Talking Tuesday, Fox Sports Radio. Some college coaches saying it ain't really fair what's going on in college right now.
Yeah, this is the gift that keeps on giving in the world of college sports. This all kind of started years ago, to be honest, but this really has hit a crest in the last week and a half. And that is because on Christmas Eve, Baylor announced that they would be signing the 31st pick in the 2023 NBA draft, a young man by the name of James Nagy, to their active roster. The reason why this is important is because even though Nagy was drafted 31st overall, he played in the NBA Summer League. In fact, he was part of the Karl Anthony Towns trade that sent him to the Knicks. He never actually played in an NBA game, and he spent the last 5 years instead playing in the EuroLeague, which means in a roundabout way, because he never actually played in the NBA, he is eligible, maintains his eligibility to play in college. This has led a number of college coaches to get real up in arms about it. Last week, it was Tom Izzo. Earlier today, it was John Calipari. Take a listen to Coach Cal on the subject.
Well, look, I don't blame coaches. You know, I've got friends that are playing with 27-year-olds and they feel bad. I said, don't feel bad. We don't have any rules. Why should you feel bad? But let me give you this. Real simple. The rules be's the rules. So if you put your name in the draft, I don't care if you're from Russia and you stay in the draft, you can't play college basketball. Well, that's only for American kids. What? If your name is in that draft and you got drafted, you can't play because that's our rule. Yeah, but that's only for American kids. Okay, now, here's the next lawsuit. Well, we don't have a say over European players. You do if they're playing in college basketball. So that means you don't have a say over high school kids. So whatever a high school kid does before he comes here, don't you do one thing because there's a suit. Because what you're saying is, if he's in Europe, we don't have the same rules.
All right, Rob, do you have an update from the
Yeah, so this
NCAA?
clip obviously went viral. We'll get to here in a second. But in the wake of this, the NCAA has released a statement with regards to the whole situation. NCAA President Charlie Baker says in part, quote, the NCAA has not and will not grant eligibility to any prospective or returning student athletes who have signed an NBA contract. This includes a two-way contract. Somehow, some way, Najee's in the gray area where he got neither, so he's eligible.
Okay, and I'm going to say this, Kelvin. These coaches are such hypocrites. They really are. And what they used to do to kids was they used to punish kids who wanted to enter the draft even if they didn't have an agent or even if they didn't get drafted. You know what they used to tell those kids? Tough luck. You cannot come back to college basketball. Why not? They didn't have an agent and they weren't drafted. They thought their stock was higher. They didn't get drafted. Why shouldn't you be able to come back? It was punishment. It was trying to scare the kids from trying to better themselves and taking a chance in life. And now the whole idea is to punish. This kid hasn't played. You can play around the NBA. When you go look in the NBA stats and ask a guy, does he get an NBA pension? Does he get an NBA pension?
I would assume not.
No, he didn't play. He hasn't played in the NBA. There's a lot of guys who played in summer league and they wore a uniform. They didn't play in the league. I hate to break it to you. I don't remember these guys, Tom Izzo and all these other people, coaches doing all the stuff that they do, all the money that they've made. I don't remember John Calipari being so worked up that Rick Pitino School had prostitutes in the dorm and all that other stuff and all the other penalties and punishment for those. I don't remember those press conferences. I don't remember them coming out and saying this is awful. The reason that college basketball is where they are is because of greed. They never wanted to share with the players. They used to penalize players. Who penalizes a kid who wants to go back to college? He wasn't drafted. Oh no. How dare you put yourself in the draft, right? How dare you? You're not coming back here. What? That's education? That we're denying kids a chance to come back to college? I'm sorry. That's why I understand this. And the NCAA, they would have a problem, especially with NIL and money now that they give people to deny this kid a chance to play. They would lose because he hadn't signed an NBA contract. And that's what the rules say. That this is not before where if you just – he's talking about old rules. Mm-hmm. Those were the old –
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Trash Talking Tuesday. Still got a lot. We're going to have Ephraim coming up next hour. Ephraim Salam will join us. We got Vinny Bonsignore will join us as well. And Trash Talking Tuesday. My gosh, next hour is going to be packed. So a lot to get to then. And then the last hour, we'll have to hit a whole lot coming up. Got to get you ready for – closer to playoffs or some conversations. And again, John Harbaugh is no longer the coach with the Baltimore Ravens. Right now, it is time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City. The home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How you do?
Alex, the only thing better than baby oil is the reset. I just want you to know that. The Odd Couple reset. Last night.
Okay, where we at now?
2-1. That gives me a record of 7-2 since the reset. 3-0, 2-1, and 2-1. Here we go tonight. I got best bet Mavericks -4.5. They're playing at NBA Siberia.
They gotta be the
known
Kings.
in Sacramento.
Because when you said the Mavericks are favored by them, I said, "Whoa, the Mavericks."
NBA Siberia, yes. All
Dirk
right.
ain't walking through that door.
I'm taking the Timberwolves -3. They're at home taking on
They're playing good.
the Heat.
Playing good ball.
And also I'm going to take the Spurs -6.5. They're in Memphis taking on the Grizzlies.
Yep.
So again, Mavs -4.5, Timberwolves -3, and the Spurs -6.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, it's time for your tie rack play of the day.
5.1 seconds remaining. Jabari to Durant at near midcourt. Right side angle, 3 for the win. Get it! He nailed it with 0.3 of a second remaining. They'll check the clock, but it's a KD 3. Just his second one of the day.
Rockets Radio there. That is your Tire Rack play of the day, brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. With convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Shout out to KD, making a big shot at his former team, the Suns. I liked his press conference afterwards. He was saying, hey, man, I don't want to make it dramatic, but dang it, I am going to make it dramatic. They kicked me out of town. Only time I've ever been kicked out, and it felt good to kick them out of here. So I like that from KD, keeping it honest and tell how we felt. All right. Something special today. And January 6th, we ain't talking about the insurrection.
It's a better
anniversary.
January 6th, that's right.
Yeah, much better January 6th than that.
It really is. And today is, as you might have seen on social media, my 40th anniversary being in the media business. And, Kelvin, it's been a long ride, my man.
You ain't lying.
It's pretty incredible. It was January 6, 1986. I started as a sports writer at the Wilkes-Barre Times-Leader in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. You know, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton are the two towns there. It's about 3 hours from New York. Back in 1986, I had a car, with a brand new car with a car note, car insurance, my own apartment, a couple of credit cards, and student loans that I had to pay. How much money do you think I was making? And in 1986,
I'm going to go 25.
Nice guess. I was making $1,250 a month. Did you hear what I said? I was making 15. That's 15,000.
So that's like 15. Yeah. Ooh.
Did you hear what I told you the expenses that I had?
Ooh, you had a crib, a car, bills, credit cards.
There was no cable or phone or internet. Right. Okay, but I've just told you.
No,
I still
bills.
paid car insurance. I still had a car note. I had an apartment. I had to buy food. I had a couple of credit cards. Not a lot, a couple. Yeah. And I had a student loan.
And you know what? That $15,000 felt great, didn't it? Because you're doing what you wanted to do.
It really did. And, you know, as I look at this, and I told you earlier, it's not so much a look back, but a look forward. You don't look back and say, well, I played the last 14 holes. I'm looking at the next 4. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at in life. And if you would have told me like this journey would have taken me all the places and work with all these people and opportunity. When I got out of college, Southern Connecticut State University, and I got out of college early. So I got out of college in December, and that's why I started January 6th. Most of the time people start in May or June after they graduate from college. I graduated early, but I never thought about, as a career, radio, television, was never on my radar. It was about, I want to be a sports writer. I want to be a beat writer. I eventually want to be a columnist, and that was my dream, and that's when I went there and got started. And it only lasted 5 months in Wilkes-Barre.
Mm-hmm.
By June 2nd, I had started at the Daily News in New York. And by that time, I started when I was 21 in Wilkes-Barre. By 22, I'm at the largest paper in the country. You know, my dream job at 22 years
back
old.
home.
It's unbelievable. And when I think about it, but it's been a long road. I'm very thankful, very, retrospective about life, but also excited about what's ahead and the fun we're going to have and all the work we're going to do here over the next few years. So.
It's a lesson to be learned. Congratulations. I told you used to drive me crazy for 20 years back in Detroit. I turn on my TV, turn on my radio, flip open a newspaper like, what in the world? So that's why I told you it's cool for me. Obviously, I got to know you years ago. But to be working with you, the same guy I used to see as a kid growing up in Metro Detroit. So that's awesome. So congrats to you.
And remember this, it's about
Tell me on the other side.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Baltimore Ravens fired coach John Harbaugh today. His team just missed the playoffs after losing at Pittsburgh in Sunday night's season finale. He led the Ravens for 18 seasons. The Lions fired offensive coordinator John Morton after one season. Dallas fired defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus after one season. Washington fired its offensive and defensive coordinators Cliff Kingsbury and Joe Witt Jr. Rams wide receiver Davante Adams was a full participant in today's walkthrough. He's missed the last 3 games with a bad hamstring. The Rams activated safety Quentin Lake. Playoffs start this weekend. Bears wide receiver Roma Dunze was limited at walkthrough with a foot injury, as was wide receiver DJ Moore due to a knee injury. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate is reportedly declared for the NFL draft. College football playoff semifinals are Thursday and Friday. Indiana Pacers late first half lead 53-51 on Cleveland. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number 2 on a Trash Talking Tuesday. You know what that means? Later this hour, 40 minutes or so, you'll have a chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sport.
Parker.
Me? On my 40th anniversary? Alice, you gonna rip me?
Put the camera on me.
Uh-oh.
Put the camera on him.
Rob, I'm disgusted. That's all I got.
That's all you got? The camera's on you now.
Oh, cut the music. Sauger, I am NOT not a fan of Rob Parker.
Oh.
You want to know why?
Why?
I've never met somebody who's so right in sports in my life. He calls it like he sees it. He knows right from wrong. And he can tell you who's next on the chopping block. I don't like it, Rob.
There you go.
Yeah.
My man.
It's supposed to be Trash Talking Tuesday. That was see how he even found a way to fluff it, even in Trash Talking Tuesday.
No, it's a fluffer fluffer talking Tuesday.
I bet you.
There it is.
Fluffer talking Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. I don't like the way that alliterates. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't know if I like the way it alliterates.
Fluffer talking Tuesday.
Yeah, whatever.
Any chance you want to fluff somebody, just call in.
Make sure you get to them other Fs real quick, because that sounded crazy. Hurry up and get to them other Fs.
It is the Odd Couple. Trash Talking Tuesday is coming up.
Yes. We got a big hour this hour, Rob.
All right. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. That's right. You can just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. And again, Fox, just go to Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us the thumbs up icon and comment away. All that and much more. Odd Couple FSR. And subscribe. All right, so Ephraim Salam is going to join us in 20 minutes and 30 minutes. Vinny Bonsignore, there you go. I got it. Who covers the Raiders for the Las Vegas Review.
Notice how I let you roll? You'd have did me.
I would have trashed you.
Yes.
But you're the newbie on the show, so I get to do that whenever I want.
No, it's all I told you. New year, new me.
No,
new year, new me. I'm about to start roasting you.
It's only
Put
2
your
years.
glasses on. I'm about to start roasting you.
Vinny Bonsignore.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't know.
See, at least say it with your chest. At least when I'm wrong, I own it.
Yeah, but you own it wrong.
At least I own it wrong.
All right, and trash talking. So we got a lot to get to in hour number 2. And, of course, the big story today is that
40 years
John
in the game.
Harbaugh.
Oh, you meant John Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Okay.
No, that was earlier today. I was just and I did want to say one other thing. We ran out of time. One other thing.
What is the other thing?
And it's about having a long career and staying power. Rob G, the first thing he said was, 40 years? I haven't even been alive that long. You know, when you start to think about
like you're not 48.
Rob G, how old
I wish
are you?
I was 48.
What are you, 37?
37, yeah. Good call, Rob.
That's a weird age, ain't it?
Yeah.
37?
I'm not quite 40, but I'm not 30 either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like
tough.
a weird
It is a
spot.
weird age.
Yeah. Only good thing is that you got kids and you're married. if you're 37, not married.
Are you single in these streets?
Yeah, like
and you don't make Rob Parker money? Oh, you struggling?
Yeah, who are you? Like what?
And they're gonna front like it's lit though.
But they'll be like, but the women will be like, what's wrong with him? He's 37, and he doesn't have anybody.
I don't know. Nowadays, they just know dudes just are trying to play around.
But no, you know what? Dudes don't want to date like that anymore. It's really.
I have a whole reason for that.
All right,
we'll move on.
But it's true though. You should see all the stuff about
because they get to play along. It used to be right. You graduated high school back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and you got married. Then it turned all right. Well, maybe you go to college. Now you're 22, 3, 4, 5. You get a woman, you get married. Now we keep pushing the like when you lock in and become an adult to like 40 now.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you don't want the headache. Anyway, Rob G, the big story. Some guys like the headache. Some guys like a roommate.
Well, I gotta be a headache though. Rob G, it ain't a headache.
Rob G, he didn't answer.
No, it's not, Rob.
What?
My wife listens all the time now, and she is the light of my life.
Oh, look
and
at
she
Rob
makes
G.
every day better.
What brownie points here? My God. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, Rob G. Mine too.
Your wife ain't listening because she can't stand me.
That's not
I already
true.
know. Yes.
She was listening. Yes, I said some. She's like, we were listening. I think she was with my folks or something.
But whenever they listen, they have the hand on the volume just in case.
She gets ready. Don't get it twisted. She
I
has her
know.
preset set. It is about to go to smooth jazz 105. As soon as we get
No,
together.
she listens for 6 minutes an hour, gets the rating, and then leaves.
Well, shout out to Babe for doing that.
Total opposite of Rob on the Sunday Night Show on NBC.
What?
As soon as it comes on, click, click.
And you turn.
Jonas, I'm sorry I can't do it.
Jonas,
oh, God.
yeah.
You know that.
You already know. I saw Jonas for the first time earlier when he was here for Colin's show. I hadn't seen Jonas all year. You know what I mean? Like since last football season.
He was like, Jonas, how's the show? I don't care.
Yeah, he was looking lonely without you.
You know.
He was looking a little And what the heck? Mario, did he borrow your fur coat?
Why, I had a fur on?
A furred up hoodie.
Oh, wow.
I literally thought like, oh, it's Halloween or something. He's trying. I'm like, he just had a shiny, sheer, furred up hoodie on. I was like, oh, okay.
All right. Well, let's go here. And John Harbaugh now out in Baltimore, but Rob G, I guess you'd say Kelvin, Rob G, Kelvin's not that keen on John Harbaugh, even though, right, he's going to be a commodity.
Yeah.
He is a commodity. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported earlier this afternoon after the firing was made public that in the first 45 minutes after Harbaugh was fired, his agent put his name on it, Brian Harlan, said that he received calls from 7 NFL teams expressing interest. The problem, there are currently only 7 head coaching openings, including Baltimore, which means at least one of those teams currently has a coach, and they're already reaching out to John Harbaugh. According to Schefter, he is far and away the belle of the ball, the prize coach available on the market.
And that makes sense. I'm not mad at that. I get why. He's celebrated 18 years, really good. We know his winning record, has a Super Bowl title. Somebody I will be looking at that's still very young, the teams that he's on, especially the side of the ball that he coaches it up, I will be looking at Brian Flores. Now, I already know it can't happen because of the case with the
So
NFL.
why bring him up
I'm
then?
just saying.
Why bring him up if he has a suit against the NFL?
No. It can happen. People maybe want to make it happen, is my point. Someone would have to say, screw it. We like what he does. We like what he brings, and that wants to be our guy. But I think another guy that's going to be on the head of him is Kevin Stefanski, in that people are going to look at him 2-time Coach of the Year. People are going to look at the same thing they're looking at with the Sean McVays and the Matt LaFleurs and the Kyle Shanahan's, a younger guy, offensive-minded, a guy that can, build up an offense and get some things going. And especially when you're looking at a team like Baltimore and you're saying, man, with that offense, they could maybe achieve more in the postseason. So I can see Kevin Stefanski being ahead of him as well, wanting to go with the youth movement, because I think that's what we're starting to see, Rob. You and I sat up here and we talked about why would you bring in Pete Carroll. I think younger is kind of the new move of the NFL, the younger, in shape, guys that have a specialty. I'm on this side of the ball, and this is what I do well. So I think Kevin Stefanski would be someone else that they will look at as well.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think he was 2-time Coach of the Year. He didn't win a Super Bowl, okay? And you could say whatever you want. I think it was time for John Harbaugh to get fired. He's been there too long. He was there 18 years and had 3 losing seasons. I mean, that counts for something. And when people are looking for somebody, and they're looking for somebody who they might feel like we have a good team. Maybe we just need the right guy or a different voice or somebody who's been there. And in sports, whether it's real or not, the reason Mike McCarthy got another job, right, is because he had a Super Bowl in his back pocket. And John Harbaugh has a Super Bowl in his back. You can't take that away from him. And teams are dying. There are plenty of teams that have no shot or haven't been to the Super Bowl, the Lions and all these teams who would die to have a Super Bowl winning coach. They don't come available all the time.
Can I throw some things at you?
Yeah.
All right. So John Harbaugh, we all agree, has had a really good tenure there. However, some of that, I believe, especially the latter portion, is having the success that he had with Lamar, especially regular season. Meaning I'm going to win, 70-something% of the games with 72? Lamar wins, 72%, something like that. You look at the 5 years after Ray Lewis and Ed Reed left, Harbaugh missed the playoffs 4 out of 5 years and was at or below 500 4 out of those 5 years. Harbaugh has blown, we talked about this the last couple of days, yesterday and today. He has blown 18 second-half double-digit leads, the most since 1991. And so, he is a good coach. I'm not denying that.
You're saying he's not going to get a job?
No, he's going to get a job. Asa, what I'm saying is I could see a team saying he had his run.
Okay,
I want to start younger and build. Let me find my John Harbaugh circa 18 years ago.
Let me give you Exhibit A on why you're wrong. And I made the comparison to Doc Rivers. Doc, when he got fired from the Clippers, really? He got a job immediately. They choked in that. Remember, they were up 3-1. He immediately got a job in Philadelphia and coached the next year. Everybody thought he was going to sit out. He coached the next year. Then he goes to television for, a half a year, half a season? And they're running the coach in Milwaukee out for Doc Rivers. He has one championship. He has nothing but failed postseasons. Did that stop Doc Rivers?
Right.
No,
I'm saying, why can't somebody can't sit and learn from that?
No, I'm trying to tell you the thinking of these guys is that he won. I'd rather take a chance on a guy who's actually won rather than some guys. You know how many one-and-done head coaches there have been in the NFL where you give guys a chance? I'm serious.
I thought
there's a ton.
Well, listen, Aaron Glenn.
There's a ton.
Aaron Glenn being a defensive side of the ball. I'm okay with you not having a great year with the Jets because I don't think anybody's going to have a great year with the Jets off the bat their first year. But dang it, if you're the defensive coach, we got to get one interception.
See, I just
come on now.
I think it was so bad. It was like the Pete Carroll thing. Seriously, it was so bad you had no choice. Aaron Glenn, if it wasn't for the owner trying to save face, seriously. He would be fired under any other.
Listen,
you just said it. He's a defensive coach, no interceptions.
That's
look
crazy.
At Rob G. Can you look it up real quick? Their last 4 or 5 games, they gave up like 150 points. Like usually, even in the case of Raheem Morris,
you have your side of the
ball. They won 4 games at the end, and he still got fired. The Jets got blown out 4 or 5 straight games.
No,
and they're bringing him back. There's no way.
Aaron Glenn absolutely could have been on the cutting board, and I don't think anyone would have been like, what?
Rob G.
They just would have said the Jets are just a mess.
No,
absolutely.
but I'm talking about the way that, you hope that at the end the players play for you, play hard for their tape. Right? It was awful.
After an inexplicable win against the Falcons, which I think sealed Raheem Morris's fate.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay?
The last 5 games of the season. At home against the Dolphins, lose by 24. In Jacksonville, lose by 28. In New Orleans, lose by 23. At home against the Patriots, lose by 32. In Buffalo, lose by 27.
I mean, ridiculous. Am I right?
No.
Under any other circumstance, that dude would have been fired after that.
You know my theory. When you're going into a bad situation, nobody expects you to turn around immediately, especially when you don't have a quarterback. But what I do want...
Wait a minute, he had his quarterback. He signed up for 2 years.
Right. Well, I'm saying the quarterback that ain't playing well. I at least want to be like, well, that side of the ball you do well. Like, that's your thing. At least we look good. At least we're heading the right direction that way. At least I see...
You think Aaron Glenn's going to turn around next year? I'm just curious.
No.
I don't. He'll be fired next year.
It's going to take multiple things for the Jets. It's going to take a great coach. It's going to take a great coach. It's going to take 3 years of the combination of the 2-3 things. John Harbaugh is going to get hired in the next 5 hours. That's not, if he wants to take trips, but he's going to get a job. But I do wonder, he's 63 years old. I just wondering if, some teams, he's going to get a job, but if this young LaFleur, Shanahan, McVay movement, the Kingsbury. He
just got fired.
He did, but he's right on people's list.
And Matt LaFleur too. I think that didn't they not
Ben
give him
Johnson?
Didn't they not give him an extension? They're waiting for him to win. And I don't know if they get knocked out by Chicago or whatever and don't play well. There's a chance that they could part ways because he's done the same thing. He's won a ton of regular season games, but he hasn't won anything.
I agree. And I'm wondering if this guy, he's going to get a job because there's not 32 coaches, but I see a big-time youth movement starting to happen. You got to look the part. They want these Hollywood-looking guys. You just keep looking at it. Like I said, Ben Johnson being another one as well.
All right, 877. Oh, we don't have any phone. Rob G, I'm sorry about that. No. That's for 877-99 on Fox will be for trash talking when we call for you to hang in there. I've been doing this for 40 years. Yes, I'm sorry.
January 6, 1986.
Unbelievable. All right,
Ballin', 15,000.
When they told me I was going to make 15,000, are you kidding? I was ecstatic.
Oh, of course. Dude, my first one was like 26.5 or something like that.
Rob G, what was the first full-time job? What were you making?
In radio?
Yeah.
42.
See?
Ballin'. The heck were you doing?
It never got a raise after that, which is nice.
They gave it to you all up front. I got 26.5.
How about 15,000?
And I left my job at Verizon. I got on my very first day.
You were making
swear to you, very first day of Verizon, and I knew the radio thing was a possibility. I get a phone call 8-something in the morning. I go in the bathroom. It was like maybe an NFL draft or something. They were like, "We want you," and I knew I was leaving Verizon. I'm sorry, y'all. And I quit the next day. One day I worked at Verizon. It's my bad, Verizon. One day.
See?
Maybe that's why they keep raising my bill up.
Service, exactly.
They keep raising my bill up like, yeah, mother lover. We remember you.
All right, the football conversation will roll on. We got former offensive lineman, of course, Ephraim Salam. He joins the Odd Couple next. It is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Hamdulillah for Ephraim Salam in the US of A.
You got to play who's on the schedule.
Yes.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not.
You know what I'm going to say, yes.
But when I do a deep dive and I'm trying to decide who's going to be the MVP, go back. Rob G, was it the last one that Aaron Rodgers won, his last MVP, number 4 over Tom Brady had better stats.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers had bigger wins.
Mm-hmm.
Remember he went to Arizona when they were 7-0. He went there without Devontae Adams and they won on the road.
Yep.
Like he had wins like that where you look and go, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Where Brady had more touchdowns and more yards and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
people didn't just go for that. Like, he didn't have those kind of signature wins.
Yeah.
And that's what you're looking at. And against the best team, you just said it, no touchdowns and 1 pick.
Yeah.
Even though they're 1-1, wasn't him when they won the game.
No. Yeah.
And so when you look at those stats, that's kind of, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of where, like, when they put up Matthew Stafford's numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, oh, he's 7th in this, 10th in
Yeah,
that.
they
They look
up.
great.
Yeah.
Right? Look great. No All-Pros, 2 Pro Bowls. One was a reserve,
Mm-hmm.
because somebody got hurt.
Of course, yeah.
Like that. Those are the things that should scare you because the numbers are so big, but then you got to understand how they were accumulated. I covered the Lions on home and road for almost 20 years
Mm-hmm.
as a columnist in Detroit. Lions down 21-0. Here we go.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, I know. You're right.
And you know,
you're right.
And
Yes.
you know, as a defense, okay with them. Am I right? Like
Yes.
the game has to progress. They got.
Yeah.
Don't throw the ball in
100%.
front of you. They're not going to run the football.
Right.
You can't run the football. You're down 21-0. You're down 17-0. You got to throw the ball to try to get back in the game. You're not going to have a 9-minute drive to get 1 touchdown.
Yes.
So a lot of those stats. That's why you got the nickname Stat Patford in Detroit.
Yeah.
But anyway, in this case, it's the Patriots. I get their record. I get their turnaround. Everybody wants to crown Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, look at the job he's done. it just feels empty to me. And there are stats and win totals and stuff that feel empty sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I can't really get to where's the signature win? Where's that one that really where you're like, wow. Like I mentioned with Caleb earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of people. Oh, the Bears. Well, okay. Go to Philadelphia and win.
Yeah, he did it.
They did it.
Yeah.
And those are the ones where you look. And then when they beat the Packers in that fashion, you know what I mean? In that style, you're down by 10 with 2:05 to go, and you win the game in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
People don't forget that. Those are those moments, and that's what I'm saying. Drake May and the Patriots, for all I know, they're in the witness protection program. I can't. I don't feel that way about them this year, despite all the wins.
Yeah, there's a lot left to be desired when it comes to the Patriots and Drake May. Drake May's had an awesome year. He's coming into this year, I picked the Patriots to get back into the playoffs and win that division, and so a lot of people thought I was crazy. But I mean, there was scheduling things that went into account with that, but also I didn't believe in Buffalo coming into this year, and I didn't believe in Miami, and definitely not the Jets. So I saw the Patriots taking a step forward.
That's a good. I mean,
Right.
that's a good pick,
right?
seriously.
With Vrabel and those guys, and they've cashed in on that. They've cashed in on one of the weaker schedules, which is fine. But again, we talk about it, Rob, and I'm going to always say, like, you have to win those games as well, which they did. So they got that handled. But as far as Drake May being the MVP this year, he had those teams and those wins and those stats are a little bit skewed and a little bit empty when it comes to what he's achieved. But I also don't want to take away from the season he had. So I want to say he's right there. He's deserving of being in the race. But, my MVP for this year, I'm going Matthew Stafford, which, we may have a disagreement on. But I don't know if you can disagree with it on this year in particular. I think he's the guy.
Yeah, I told you by default.
Yes.
But there's nobody else there. The only guy who I thought had a chance to beat him, I really did. I thought Josh Allen had a chance, and then he had a bad game. What game was that?
It was
Rob
2
G?
games in a row. 2 games in a row.
Yeah, where he really didn't play that well.
He threw for 100, like 140 yards or something.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. That's coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Vinny Bonsignore is going to join us. Covers the Raiders for the Las Vegas Raiders Review Journal. He's the host of the Morning Tailgate on Raider Nation Radio. We'll do that in a moment. And with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us in all of your Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. And the new and improved iHeartRadio app, just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. Be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of the presets in the iHeartRadio app. It'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Joining us now, Ephraim Salaam, of course, former offensive lineman, and you can hear him on Fox Sports Radio weekends as well. E, what up, man?
What's happening, brothers? How y'all doing?
Man, doing good, brother. Doing good. Let's get straight to it. John Harbaugh fire. You in? You out? Right move? Wrong move? What you think?
I really didn't see it come on the hot seat, and that game was going to expose a lot. I just, the only reason I think this happens is if the rumors were true, where him and Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson weren't on the same page. I don't think this happens if that's Lamar's guy. I don't think they, go away from such a storied coach if their, superstar isn't okay with it. It's the end of an era there. Like the Steelers, they've only had 3 coaches. And so we'll see. I guess it's the most sought after coaching job available now, right? I guess New York was first, and now this is taking that place.
Yeah, you get Lamar.
Ephraim, here's my issue with John Harbaugh. Like every year ends in a disaster, or something goes bad, and like really fumble,
2-point
conversion dropped, missed
ball.
field goal. Like this is where they are, penalties, all kinds of stuff. And I get it. He was there for 18 years, and he won a Super Bowl, but he's not a Supreme Court justice or a pope. And after a while, sometimes you got to move on. And I always bring up the Tony Dungy one because, to me, that's the one. You remember Tony Dungy in Tampa Bay, right?
Oh, yeah.
They were right on the cusp. Everybody kept saying, Tony Dungy's going to be the first black coach to win a Super Bowl. He got this great defense down there. They couldn't win. And they finally said, okay, let's move on. They won the next year. Tony wound up going elsewhere and getting his Super Bowl. But my point is, I just think it was time because it was always something disappointing at the end of the year with that team. And when they blew the first game of the year, scored 40 points in Buffalo, I called for him to be fired that day, Ephraim, because I was like, this is the beginning. I did.
He did. Well, the next day, but he did.
Yep.
Wow, that's a hell of an insight on you. I thought for sure the way they looked the first 3.5 quarters of that game, I thought they were going to steamroll the league. And then it all fell apart, and they couldn't pick up the pieces after that. Even when they went on a little mini run after about, 6 games, it just never quite seemed like Lamar was himself. Derrick Henry all of a sudden becomes someone who fumbles the ball, which came out of nowhere. It just didn't feel like this year was the Ravens' year. And I guess, Lamar will be 29 coming up and moving into a new era. You want to get somebody in there who a little bit of energy. You need a little bit more life in the organization after 18 years. And they have had success, but like you said, they've been too good personnel-wise to not have had multiple shots at the Super Bowl.
And that's the problem, Ephraim. You can't have the MVP, best player in the league, arguably for the last 3-4 years or so, right up there. If you want to say Josh or Patrick, right there in the mix. And then
they had one of the greatest kickers as well when he wasn't getting massages.
You had everything you need. And again, it's always a feeling where you left like I tried to ignore that. I did try to ignore that. Where you try, you felt you walk away feeling like, what happened? And I think he was a victim of his own success. Meaning you guys win 12 games, give or take, every year. Lamar looks ridiculously good every year. And yet there's always some collapse that happened. And I think, Ephraim, moving forward, he kind of reminded me of Dan Campbell in that I love that he can build a team, build a culture, but you need a Ben Johnson around John Harbaugh. Do you think that's kind of something where somebody help me fine-tune this thing and close it out?
Well, yeah, you got to remember, Lamar is such a special talent. You can't bring any offensive coordinator in there. It has to be something that is going to align with what he's able to do and what he likes to do at this point. When you bring a coach in, which inevitably is going to bring an offensive coordinator in, it's got to be someone who is 100% okay with maximizing Lamar Jackson's abilities, whether it be extending to the pocket, running, whatever that can't be, defensive-minded head coach. You got to have somebody in there who really can put together a style of offense and a game plan that's going to be more conducive to them not getting exposed in the playoffs and them not competing for Super Bowls every year.
Hey, for real quick, we're up against it. Let me ask you one more. So that obviously it was Black Monday. Now you can even say Tuesday.
Every Monday's Black Monday.
Yeah, every Monday Black. All three of us. It's always Black Monday for all three of us. But quickly, what would you say? Who else would you say is out there that these coaches that you say, hey, a team should look at this? Is it Kevin Stefanski? Is it Cliff Kingsbury? Is it who's the obviously John Harbaugh will get a job, but who else is there that you say that person,
right?
Look at that person.
Look, I like this new opening. I would revisit Freeman at Notre Dame. Right? Like I would tap back into that, and I mean, how do you pass that up? Kurt Signetti, right? Is he going to pass up an opportunity to have Lamar Jackson and a well-run organization? I would start looking at places like that instead of maybe retreading. I would try to go find a new, fresh, young face or somebody who can come in there and bring a little type of some different energy. That's what I think Baltimore is lacking, is energy. It's always been the same old, same old. So you want to hit, and you want to hit in a place where you can have pay dividends for the next 18 years, so to speak.
No doubt. All right.
So y'all be safe.
No doubt. You too. We got Vinny Bonsignore getting ready to join us here in just a moment. First, we got to get you set on what's trending with an update from Steve Sager. Hey, Steve.
Let's start with the NFL news as the Baltimore Ravens did fire coach John Harbaugh. His team just missed the playoffs. He was under contract through 2028. The Giants and others are expected to be interested. The Giants are due to talk to Kevin Stefanski on Wednesday. Also, the Titans will reportedly interview Jason Garrett for their head coach opening later this week, and 5 others, including Kevin Stefanski. The Lions fired offensive coordinator John Morton after 1 season. Dallas fired defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus after 1. Washington fired its offensive and defensive coordinators Cliff Kingsbury and Joe Witt Jr. Rams wide receiver Davante Adams was a full participant in today's walkthrough. He's missed the last 3 games with a hamstring injury. The Rams activated safety Quentin Lake. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate declared for the NFL draft. In the NBA, Indiana has lost 12 in a row, but leads Cleveland 75-67 mid-third quarter. Washington with a record of 9-25, but leading Orlando 77-58 in the third. Victor Wembanyama coming off the bench tonight for the Spurs. They're up 23-18 at Memphis late first quarter. Wembanyama in action after the hyperextended knee. Grizzlies guard Ja Morant is out, dealing with a calf injury. In college basketball, about 11 minutes to go on FS1. Number 2 Michigan leads at Penn State 61-48. About 13 minutes left at number 20 Louisville. Cardinals ahead of number 6 Duke 53-52. And at Florida, Gators lead number 18 Georgia 61-52 with about 11 minutes to go. And among the NHL games, there are 10 tonight. It's the Lightning at home trailing the Colorado Avalanche 2-1 in the second period. At Carolina, Hurricanes 5-1 over the Stars in the second. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on Trash Talking Tuesday. I should make you happy since it is 40 years. You want to start having them line up now? Yeah. And make Rob G mad?
Yeah, let's go. Rob G, can you do some work?
Rob, I'm telling you, look at that.
All right.
That thumb, he thumbs up to you. He was Josh Hart.
No wonder. Didn't you see me jump up when he thumbed me?
Oh, you just gave Alex.
What did I say? Alex, you weren't paying attention, were you?
I'm always watching.
877-99 on Fox.
That was
877-996-6369.
That was wild right there. All right. Wow. Vinny B.
Alex,
Vinny Bonsignore covers the Raiders for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, host of the Morning Tailgate.
I hope they're paying him a lot of money to watch that garbage.
Yeah, I know. Vinny, if you had hair, I would say you pulled all your hair out, but you don't have any. Happy New Year, my guy.
What's up, Vinny?
Happy New Year to both of you guys. And Rob, man, I saw your trip down memory lane post, and you haven't aged a bit, man. What the heck's going on?
Unbelievable, huh? In 40 years, my man.
Right?
Just
Exactly.
a little gray, but yeah, man.
Love it, man. Love it.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
on
Man,
everything.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate that.
No doubt. Vinny B, what we can start with.
What?
Yeah. Well, so you all got rid of your coach. there with Pete Carroll, which we both agreed that was supposed to happen.
Vinny, we both said, and we'll do that it was a bad hire. I did not understand
There was just no upside.
Yeah, the long way. And I couldn't believe how bad the Raiders were. Were you surprised?
Yeah.
That they didn't do anything well.
Right, and you have to kind of go all the way back to how that all started. They wanted Ben Johnson, and it was interesting with Ben Johnson with that pursuit because initially his agent told the Raiders, "Hey, nobody wants to embarrass anybody, so don't put a permission slip in because he's just not interested. Nothing personal, but that's just not anything that interests him." And then Tom Brady got involved and convinced the agent to at least let Ben sit down and talk with Tom and try to convince him. And it actually went pretty far because of Tom Brady. But that was clearly their first choice. The problem was Ben Johnson said, I'm looking at your quarterback room, and I don't really see anybody. I look in Chicago, and there's Caleb Williams. I think I'd rather work with Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Which made a lot of sense. But the pivot then to Pete Carroll, in retrospect, was the wrong thing to do. What the idea was that Pete was going to be able to come in here and quickly raise the floor, and work his magic and get them to at least respectability. And he convinced them to bring in Geno Smith. Nobody saw Geno Smith playing as bad as he did happening. When you go back to his 3 years as a starter in Seattle, the guy was playing like a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. That's indisputable when you look at the numbers. So his regression, the offensive line not being able to open holes for Ashton Genty or protect Geno Smith, that was a massive failure and sabotaged the Raiders. And it wasn't too long into the season where I think everybody in the organization realized this timeline just isn't going to work, especially with the Raiders closing in on the first pick overall. They need a younger coach that represents longevity to pair with Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore, and somebody that both the quarterback and the coach can now grow together and build something that they think could be pretty special. They've got the most money, salary cap space in the NFL. They've got cash to burn here in Las Vegas. It's actually an attractive, with the number one pick, Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, Ashton Genty. They've got pieces in place, and I think Tom Brady learned a lot of lessons.
So wait. All right, Vinny B. So then is it John Harbaugh or is he too old? You said want to go younger.
Interesting. You have to be interested in somebody like a John Harbaugh, and he's not 74.
He's 63.
Yeah, so like we'd be probably having a different conversation right now if Pete Carroll were 63 years old and there was a longer runway. But by the time Pete's contract runs out, which would have been in 2027, now you're talking about 77, 78 years old. So that just and I think their belief was that he was going to be okay with just lifting the floor and then handing it off to somebody in 3 years. And who knows, maybe Pete kind of told them, hey, I'll be okay with that, in the job interview. But it was clear from the beginning that Pete wanted to kind of win right now and make winning moves right now, and that's not where the Raiders are right now, especially without a true future quarterback. So it just didn't work. But I think John Harbaugh is somebody that at that age might not be, might be somebody that they're interested in, but I don't know that John Harbaugh would be interested in the Raiders at this point.
Yeah.
It just seems like a mess, and Tom Brady should get some of the blame.
Yeah.
Because if things got turned around, he would get praised.
That's true.
For putting it together. And this time around, you said you think he's learned his lesson here. And I
don't know if he's learned the lesson, but I think that he I don't know if, when we say learn, I'm automatically thinking he's going to be better for it. That remains to be seen.
Right.
But I think some harsh lessons were learned. I think he's going to apply it. He has to, because his name is all over this. And I'll say this too. That statement that Mark Davis put out, that was really the first time outwardly and publicly the Raiders kind of acknowledged what Tom Brady really is around here, and he's the guy in charge. And I think they've tried to be politically correct about it or dance around it. He's got the other job with Fox,
which is just crazy. It's total conflict of interest in the league. Now they're going to have problems, Vinny, because Matt Ryan is asking for the same exact. I want to keep my CBS gig, and I want to run the Falcons. Like that's where we are now.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. And this is what I've always learned covering the NFL. It's only a problem if 12 other owners feel it's a problem. If the owners don't feel it's a problem, then I'm here to tell you it ain't a problem because they're the ones that run the whole darn thing, and they've signed off on it, and they're okay with it. I would imagine Matt Ryan. That's a little bit different because the one thing with Tom Brady here is that he's part of ownership group now, so he doesn't have an official title. And
they could do that with Matt Ryan.
Give him a small money. Give us $2 million.
Exactly.
You're in.
You could do that and say he's a minority owner now, and just in the consultant.
Yeah, they absolutely could. We'll see if it goes. It's a little bit of a process to get that done. I think they're actually trying to just hire him. It sounds like anyway, as the president of football operations, or as some sort of.
If he do that, then he can't do work for CBS.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see how that all works. But I guess my point was, this has been totally brought up, talked about, bandied about by the owners. They've voted on it. They've put the rules in place. This is their league, and whether you or I or anybody else thinks that, well, that's a conflict of interest, it's only a conflict of interest, truly, if enough owners feel it was and said, hey, we're not going to let that happen. But to date, they haven't let that happen. And as Mark Davis has said, he's told me this, it's not like it's helping us right now.
Right. You ain't lying about that. Vinny, we appreciate it, man. We're up against it. Thank you, brother.
All right. Have a good one, you guys.
No doubt. Vinny Bonsignor. Make sure you give him a follow at his name right there on X. All right, coming up, Trash Talking Tuesday, Rob. Trash Talking Tuesday, 877-99 on Fox. We want to hear from you. Hit us up.
Hey, it's Trash Talking Tuesday on The Odd Couple. Get those kids.
Carry so much stuff. Great Sunday night football game.
Yeah.
The Bears, who had a chance to win the game on the last play and just fell short. And the 49ers, their offense, over 500 yards against the Bears. Just incredible.
Yeah.
And so, of course, everybody, because the 49ers won, all the love is going to Kyle Shanahan, right? The winner. I get all that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, look at all the injuries. Look at where they are. They have a chance to stay home and have the whole run to the Super Bowl. And then the Super Bowl, of course, is at home, is in San Francisco.
That's
so
right.
they really have a chance to get there and maybe win a Super Bowl finally. Kyle Shanahan has been there twice, lost as an offensive coordinator with the Falcons. He was a terrible job at finishing that game against Tom Brady and them. They had a chance to run out the clock, run the ball or whatever, throwing the ball, got sacked, a holding, got knocked out of field goal range, and Tom Brady not only got the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and then won in overtime.
Yep.
Just a terrible
loss.
finish. Terrible. Like I'd have nightmares if I was the offensive coordinator after that. But I'm not going to have no love for Kyle Shanahan. Zero. And what I mean by that is movie winning a lot of games in the regular season, players in and out. This is not like new. Oh, my God, how do you do it? Because we've seen this before.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's the quarterback, right? It seems like his offense will be able to survive no matter who's out there.
Yep.
And so they've been to 2 Super Bowls. The time has come. So I think the only thing that's left for Kyle Shanahan is can he run a team, finish strong? And Rob G, he had some terrible numbers late in fourth quarters. Rob G, just throw these out to Kerry real quick. Kyle Shanahan, these are horrific numbers.
Oh, it's tough if you're a Niners fan. Turn your volume down because this is going to get real dark real quickly. Guys, there have been 7 teams that have given up a 10-plus point lead in the Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan's teams have lost 3 of those games, either as the head coach or as the OC. Of course, 28-3, the largest blown lead in Super Bowl history. He was
28-3.
He's blown 2 separate 10-point leads as the head coach of the Niners. Those would be the second highest blown leads in Super Bowl history. Guys, between the 3 Super Bowls that Kyle Shanahan has been a part of, 2 as the head coach, 1 as the OC.
Yeah.
His teams have been outscored a combined 58-12 in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Kerry, did you hear that?
I did.
58-12
in winning time, 58-12.
And that's why I refuse to give him a parade. I refuse to throw confetti in his hair. I'm not doing any of that about, oh, look at what Kyle Shanahan, he's a genius. Nope. Go win a Super Bowl. Go finish it. Am I being wrong? Am I being too tough?
No, you're being fair. I'm going to give him credit for this year. And I say that just from the standpoint of we know what that team looks like at full tilt. They're not full tilt. They haven't been full tilt all year. And for him to be able to have this team right here isn't the most talented team. This team isn't the team that I thought even coming into the year would be in the position to be number one in the NFC. So I'm going to give Shanahan credit for what he has achieved. But you're right, Rob. He has to win the big one. And if he doesn't, he'll just be remembered as a good coach, a coach that won games.
Who couldn't finish the job.
And could not finish the job. You know who he would be if he does not get this job done? He reminds me of Andy Reid before he got it done.
When he was in Philadelphia?
When he was in Philadelphia, right?
They went to 4 NFC championships.
Exactly, and could not get the job done.
Got to the Super Bowl. Andy Reid didn't leave Philadelphia because he did a great job. People don't even understand. I said all the time, he didn't leave because they were like, oh, yeah, okay, you're great. Go ahead. No. Tony Dungy didn't leave Tampa Bay because he got the job done. They could not get over the hump.
Yeah, no, this team, with Mike Shanahan, he has to win the Super Bowl. With Kyle Shanahan, he has to win a Super Bowl, though, man. It's time. And this is the thing, Rob. If he does it this year, in my opinion, it'll be one of the best coaching jobs I've seen.
Oh, man. And with the beat, too, it just felt like a wild Vegas weekend. Look at Rob G. Put the camera on Rob G and Alex.
Alex.
Man, they ain't no good. Look how they doing you, Rob. I
did not say that. You put something together. I didn't say that.
We're guaranteed human. I didn't touch nothing.
Yes, you did. When did I say that?
Wait, what? Okay, don't run it back, but run it back. Because I got to hear what you said again. I told you in real time it was bad. Hey, you actually, that's exactly.
That would happen.
That's not what I said.
That would
exactly
happen.
Said,
I did not say that.
That's verbatim. Remember
Back to the beat, Sauger.
All right.
It's the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin. On a Trash Talking Tuesday, we had Ephraim join us. We had Vinny B join us. Rob G's got to cook up the podcast. We'll get that done at the end of the show. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. 877-99 on Fox because it is time for Trash Talking Tuesday.
And I almost forgot Sauger's here.
Oh, you're so stupid.
Don't you ever talk about me. It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, let's get it kicked off with Chris in St. Louis. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Chris?
Hey, Rob, my name's Chris. I'm out of St. Louis. We crossed paths before. I sold tickets at the Busch Stadium, but I want to focus on.
You know I was at Busch. If I'm in St. Louis,
I
I'm at
you.
the
I was
ballpark.
out there. We talked. You
right.
always there.
Yep.
Okay. It could have went either way because if Pittsburgh had a loss, that mom and pop organization, Tomlin would have been gone Monday.
That's possible.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
We agree with
if Harbaugh lost, he gone. Okay.
And he's gone.
Now, if they got rid of Tom Landry, he's about the same age him. I mean, a legendary coach. What you think, Harbaugh? I mean, come on now.
No doubt.
If Tom Landry, the dean of all coaches, if they put him on the chopping block, who are Jim Harbaugh?
Nope.
And another thing.
You're there, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, Chris.
Ravens,
all right, Sean in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Who you trashing, Sean?
Yo, cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board. And Mr. I've been covering sports since
1986. Oh, 7.
Just calling in to congratulate you on 40 years, my guy, and say hi to guys like Doug Gottlieb, Kevin Riverside, Jason Whitlock, Bucky Brooks, Chandler Small Fry, and my personal favorite, Rick Barry. Every single one of the haters got to eat their words after 40 years of owning the hot take game and proving yourself right. Alex, go ahead and fade me out. Over and over and over and over
and over.
All right, that's enough, Sean. Go get to them kids.
Thank you. Uh-oh.
I know that in the background. I know that sound.
Jerome in Charleston, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Jerome?
Kevin Garnett, and I want to thank Steroid Boy Alex Rodriguez for bringing him back into the family. Okay, nothing better than bringing a black man in that hits his own race. You ever heard him talk? Don't tell me he don't hit his own race. That Kevin Garnett, he's a bum. Okay, and he'll always be a bum. I don't care what anybody says. I can't stand him, and he hates his own race. Hey, Rob, is he as black as Robert Griffith? Huh? Is he black enough for you, Rob?
Hey, yo.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks for the call.
Jerome doesn't understand. We're not supposed to comment.
We're not supposed
to
comment.
This is your time. You say whatever you want.
But dang, KG, I ain't never heard that.
Jerome is so angry. My God. It's all good.
I never heard him not liking his own race.
Rob G, you got anybody you trashing?
I'm trashing.
Uh-oh. Not me. Are you going to trash me?
No, I'm trashing Brown GM Andrew Berry.
Okay.
Who wants to say with a straight face that they don't know what their quarterback situation is like moving forward in 2026. You got your QB1 right there on the roster. Shedeur Leviticus Sanders Jr.
You mean...
Rob! Trash talk means you stay quiet.
N-O-T.
Jeez. That's too... I don't want to come down. Rob, you always bring the mean out of me. I don't want to be mad at you, but I have to. Shedeur Sanders, all he does is win games. He's like the Tim Tebow of the Midwest. And for Andrew Berry try to say, like, oh, well, it's a quarterback, we've got to evaluate all positions. Maybe Deshaun might be factored in. Stop lying to yourself. The future is now in Cleveland.
All right.
Thank you, Alex.
Rob G from the IE or wherever you live.
I got one.
What else you got?
You guys ready?
Who you trashing?
I want to trash Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
Point in case, I'm going to start calling Monty Bolaños the future Rob Parker. She's way ahead everybody else. He was not quarterbacky enough to get the job done. And I mean this when I say this. He has the team around him. He had the coach to do it. And now he's stuck wondering why. He's going to be like everybody else we've talked about before him, that you could have been great, but you just left there hoping you can get a cheap steak.
Alex, you're not allowed to do sports. Remember? You're not allowed to like, because we said you're not allowed to like that. Now we can't do Tyson Tower trivia anymore. We're going to have to mix it up now.
No, it's all about the charade. That's the point.
Who you guys trashing?
Who am I trashing today? I don't think I have anybody trash off the top of my head. Anything happen?
Rob, you want to give a thumbs up to anybody?
No. I'm holding on to my thumbs.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alex, you are a mess.
What?
You are
you
such
did.
a mess.
In real
Rob
time,
wants to
when you
trash
said that.
Matt Khalil for stealing his reputation that he worked so hard to build.
Actually, I do have
back in
somebody to
Detroit.
trash. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a whole.
How much time? We don't have enough time.
I'm trashing Rob G.
Wow.
What?
Rob G is getting care. He took your thing and the sensei, and he's one up the sensei. he's taking getting the free drink thing to another level. Stop going in there with your little 2-week-old cup and running in there and getting you some free soda from some places. You got $1.88. Sick of it.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Washington tonight with about 7 minutes to go, 100-98 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Early fourth quarter at Washington, Wizards with a record of 9-25 are leading Orlando 103-90. Spurs have Victor Wembanyama coming off the bench tonight. They're up 46-37 at Memphis in the second quarter. Wembanyama 11 points in 10 minutes on the court. For the Grizzlies, guard Ja Morant out due to a calf injury. The late game in a couple hours, Sacramento, losers of 5 straight, will host Dallas. Kings forward Keegan Murray will miss at least 3 to 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. In college basketball, under 3 minutes to go on FS1, number 2 Michigan leads at Penn State 73-65. Top 20 matchup of Duke at Louisville. Duke leads with 5 minutes left, 75-66. The Baltimore Ravens fired coach John Harbaugh. The Lions fired offensive coordinator John Morton. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Here on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And, man, we got a lot to get to. Hour number 3. Thanks for being loyal to the Odd Couple. We really appreciate it. We really, really do. We talk about it all the time. We got some great loyal listeners to this program.
Big time.
And if you missed any of today's show and you want to catch it, just get to the podcast. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast right after the show. Today's show will be posted. Be sure that you follow the podcast, rate it at least 5 stars, and even provide a review. Again, just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show, best of version, posted right after we get off the air. Don't forget we got last call. And again, if you're just joining us and you want to had a video put together about my 40th anniversary of being in the media business, starting out as a newspaper reporter in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, which is about 3 hours from New York. Have you been there? Have you been?
No.
You've been to Pennsylvania?
I've been to Philly.
Philly. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. This is northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
I've not been. I don't think anywhere else. Not think about it. Just Philly.
Yeah.
Shout out to the YouTubians. I'm sure they had something to say. Maybe even about your 40-year career. What they got to say, Rob G?
No, they're ripping me.
No, they said, Rob, go F yourself. No, they didn't say
that.
that.
Was a fourth
They did not say that.
That was Rob G.
That was me saying that.
Rob G, why are you going to do me like that?
That was his
because you
Insta
won
page.
enough this year, Rob.
What do you mean?
You won enough.
You did win enough.
For everybody.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say one other thing.
Okay.
I'm just warning you.
Okay.
So that you don't freak out.
Another Hall of Fame is coming your way. No!
Oh, dude.
Come on.
Listen, 4 decades in. He's got not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
I'm just
not 6.
Not 7. I'm up for a couple. I'm just saying. Yeah. I didn't say it's a done deal, but I'm just saying.
He's up for some.
I don't want you to be like sick when the announcement comes.
He's
out.
cooking up some other things too.
So mad.
Got my phone going off, Rob G.
Rob G, I know you're struggling right now. Your car just blew up. Alex, you've been driving a Mini Cooper for 9 months. But, oh, God, I got a 7th Hall of Fame this year, and I haven't missed a football pick in 7 months.
Yes. Yeah, if you got one more text to send me all your highlights, I don't want to see I sit next to you every day. I don't want to get your highlights in the middle of my mornings. Okay?
I'm trying to help the TV show.
No, let me tell you. No, we already do. I already roast you. I told Roger, didn't I tell you?
You know why he's mad? Because now they want to interview him for the documentary they're doing about him. So now he's mad.
He got people, Roger. He got people. So we said, blah, 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 blah. We'll be right back. See y'all coming Fox Sports Radio. Turn off our mics. Hey, by the way, real quick, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's this thing coming out about me. Spike Lee, Avery
my guy
DuVernay.
Steve, Stephen A. Yeah, I call him Steve.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you ever heard of this dude, Martin Scorsese. They're doing something about me, blah, 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 blah. So I gave him your number. Next thing I know, I'm getting texts from Spike Lee.
It's not a bad thing. It's going to be inspirational. That's it. My message.
You better not be directing it.
I'm not. I didn't write it.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Just the facts. Okay.
Just the fact.
By the way, that was a really fun, cool moment when I like that, how that even happened. Wow, we're coming up on a year of that. It was New Orleans. When I was walking the streets of New Orleans, saw Stephen A's TV people, whatever, and jokingly said, did the little, Stephen A, help me out. I'm working with your great friend Rob Parker. I need some help. How do I do this? And it ended up becoming a thing. That's funny. I want to see
That's not what we're going to do here on this show. I'm doing a Rob Parker imitation in case my audience doesn't know.
Okay,
that was a cool little moment.
Thanks,
all right,
Steve.
What we got? Yes, Steve.
The YouTubians, as they have been all show, just really strong opinions on this John Harbaugh situation.
Oh, yeah. Where they at now?
The Lamar Jackson role in it. Here we go. GEKC says, don't worry. Lamar Jackson will still choke with whoever they bring in to coach.
Ooh.
That's tough. Justice says, Lamar with the Ravens reminds me so much of Matthew Stafford with the Lions.
Not even close.
That's tough.
Wait a minute. What did that even make? What?
Matthew Stafford, I hate to break it to you, didn't win any MVP.
He was good. He wasn't all that.
Come on, man. Stop.
This is coming from a Lions fan. He wasn't this.
This one I want to read just because the name is great. Sweaty Zeus Gaming says, Harbaugh doesn't even coach the team. He's a literal CEO coach. He doesn't work with the offense or other defense whatsoever. Why does anyone think he's an amazing coach?
I mean, I would disagree with the amazing coach part because I think you can be leader of men. You can be somebody who kind of sets the tone. But that was my point that I mentioned Dan Campbell. You kind of need that Ben Johnson-like guy.
The X's and O's guy.
The X and O's to kind of just fine-tune the thing. We got it right there. We got everybody bought in. But
Larry Bird was the coach of the Pacers, okay? Rick Carlisle did the offense, and was it Dick Harder did the defense? And
that's what I mean. There's nothing wrong with that.
But Larry Bird was the coach.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. If you can do that and you got the right pieces around. I mean, that's what Bill Belichick became. Now we know he was so tied in with the defense, but he had Romeo Crennel. But he had Romeo Crennel, who was the defense, and he had Charlie Weiss, who was the offense. Those were his guys.
Wait to see who they blame next year when the Ravens lose again.
But this is what I'm telling you. Like, there are fans out there who they don't want to blame the coach, but the coach gets credit. Like John Harbaugh was there for 18 years because a lot of players played well enough for him to get a new deal.
That defense he had for those years with Ray Lewis, Ed Reed,
you know
Bart
what I mean?
Scott, and all them
it
guys.
goes both ways. So you have to be able to look at it both ways, and that's the thing that fans don't get. Because I heard it. I saw, he didn't miss the field goal. Well, of course he didn't miss the field goal. But if they would have won,
he didn't kick it either.
Had he kicked it, had they won the game, guess what? He wouldn't be fired today.
Yeah.
They'd be going to the playoffs.
That's true.
That's true. He wouldn't be going. He wouldn't be fired.
And it seems to be, if you keep reading these comments here, that the consensus seems to be that the reason John Harbaugh got fired is because of Lamar Jackson. And whether that's fair or not, what we do know is that on Sunday night, after they lost in the game against the Steelers to end their season, Lamar Jackson was asked, do you want to play for John Harbaugh moving forward? Lamar didn't say yes, but he didn't say no either. Kind of left it open-ended, saying, I'm worried about what just happened in this game right now. You're talking about next season. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. Dub, I know you took something from that comment. What'd you take from it?
Well, listen, he may genuinely have meant that. Like, dude, I just lost. I don't even know what happened. I thought we were about to kick a field goal and win this game. But the fact is, when you don't scream a ringing endorsement for your coach and you're Lamar Jackson, you are a MVP candidate pretty much every year annually. You're a two-time MVP. When you don't scream it, that also screaming loud. And whether it happened at that press conference you're talking about, or whether if ownership came to Lamar and said, hey, we're trying to figure things out. It was a rough season. You were out, guys were out, but we didn't perform well. We lost a game we thought we should have won. How you feeling? And if he doesn't go in there screaming, I need John Harbaugh, we are a pair, we are a match, this is how you can get fired as a coach. We talked about it all the time in the NBA with LeBron. If he don't go in there screaming your name, I need Coach X, and he kind of turns and look, hey, do what y'all got to do. I'm just, I'm just here. I'm just a player. Then you can get fired. And I don't think Lamar went in there saying, I don't want John Harbaugh anymore. I don't think that. But I absolutely don't think he was screaming his name because they would have kept him. He means too much. And if Lamar looked you in your eyes and said, I 1,000% need him, they would have kept him.
Okay,
Now,
can I push back?
Yeah, for sure.
Push back in a big way. How long have I been covering the NBA?
Since 1987.
Okay. Michael Jordan went on the record and said, I want Phil Jackson back with the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Rob G, am I lying? Go look it up.
Right.
And what the Bulls do?
They moved on.
They said, that's nice. And they didn't bring back Phil Jackson. Of course, Michael retired after he left.
So that would be my pushback to that, though.
No, but my point is, he did ask for his guy. They had won all these 6 championships together. Michael Jordan said, I'll think about coming back if Phil Jackson is here. And they still said they had enough. So I get what you're saying, but it ain't automatic, even if the star player asks for somebody. Michael Jordan asked for Phil Jackson to come back, and the Bulls said, thank you, but no thank you. And I'm saying Lamar could have said whatever he wanted, and he could have been like, oh, yeah. And they could have said, that's nice. He's been here too long, Lamar. And every postseason, and that was a that was a playoff game. Whether I know it was a regular season, that was a playoff game. It really was. Every postseason ends the same way, with the people scratching their heads saying, how can the Ravens have all these good players and not make a playoff run? That's why. So I don't think Lamar could have. I'm being honest.
I hear you.
I don't believe he could have saved John Harbaugh. I don't. Because saying I need John Harbaugh when you haven't performed well under John Harbaugh, you can't make that case. And if I'm ownership, thanks, Lamar, for your input, but 18 years is enough. You ordered the show, 8 is enough, 18 is enough, is really enough.
So here's where going back to your Bulls analogy. Jerry Krause in ownership there. Jerry, what's his name? Ryan, I forget from the owner.
Jerry Reinsdorf.
Right, yeah. They were done with Phil Jackson, period. I don't give a dang if he was Michael Jordan, Michael Jesus. They were done with Phil Jackson on a personal level. We don't rock with Phil. So that was going to happen regardless. And they were absolutely in blowout mode. We're going to reset this thing because you're old. Pips, we're getting rid of him. He won too much money. He complaining. So this is different. Lamar Jackson's 28 years old. Lamar Jackson's coming off where you and I both said here, I knew Josh Allen was going to win, but we said, looking at the numbers and the play, Lamar should be MVP.
But Michael Jordan asking for his coach back?
But at 35, 36, you had already had a run. The way that Bulls organization, it's the reason why they wouldn't pay Scottie Pippen.
Did Phil Jackson never coach again after that? Like nobody he could.
No, of course. I said the Bulls didn't like him. You saw, you read it.
No,
they literally hated each other.
No, but Michael Jordan asked for him back.
But I can't bring back somebody I hate. I don't want to be around this person. There's a difference between.
I don't think that it's when you haven't had success. I don't.
But
think
see,
Lamar,
that's where it becomes relative.
I don't think Lamar is going to be able to convince anybody.
This is where I would disagree, and that it's relative. You and I sit here and say they haven't have a success, but yet their tenure, they win 72% of the games. When yet they're regularly in the playoffs. When yet they always have a crack at getting to a Super Bowl.
We've gotten to
MVP. And so, yep, they do. They've had that. And the only time you can say is this season where all hell went wrong. You're in and out. This guy's in and out. We lost it. And they can, obviously we both agreed it's time for them to move on. But I'm saying you can sell that if you're Lamar.
I wasn't
right.
Think so.
I've been injured, and you saw what we did last year. We were the prohibited Super Bowl favorites. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington picked me. 13%. What was it again, Rob G? 13%. Vegas had them winning. We just were off this year.
And then they said,
and that's what you can sell it as.
And then they said, okay, yeah, but we have a list of 18 games where you had double-digit leads in the fourth quarter and lost. Okay, so you can say that, but I got evidence to say it ain't because. This is what we're looking at when you had scored 40 points in Buffalo and lost that game.
My larger point in this wasn't really this. I wasn't actually trying to get hung up on this. I was actually trying to say,
I'm just saying
to Lamar's thing. Now, let's say people say, man, he doesn't have that coach that can just finish it and get him in the right position to win. Well, he's gone now. You and I both agree it was time to move on, and then boom, it happened.
If I'm ownership, I will always use Tony Dungy and John Gruden as a reason to make changes sometimes. I would. That would be – you could say –
that's fine. I'm not disagreeing. 18 years is a crazy long time. Nobody's guaranteed anything 18 years. And I just think that Lamar now, he has to be – like this is all on him now. Like now, if there was a hindrance that people said, man, he just doesn't have the right coach, he doesn't have the right guy, he doesn't understand him.
I mean, I get it's on him because he's a quarterback.
Right.
But if your defense is giving up 40 points a game, as they did earlier this year, if Derrick Henry continues to fumble, if Zay Flowers continues to fumble, you're going to look at this and then you're going to start to make some personnel changes.
Well, they might not have to. I mean, they might have to because Derrick Henry is up, so we got to figure out what they're going to do with that.
Well, guys, the eulogy for the Baltimore Ravens starting to trickle in slowly. This happens anytime there's a big change. Like with the Lakers, you see the Athletic story in the chamber.
The offensive coordinator's gone?
Well, not yet. So
I mean, he will be.
He probably will be. I'm guessing whoever they bring is going to clean house.
He's going to bring his own guys.
Ian Rappaport reported in the last hour or so that John Harbaugh, for his part, was kind of shocked that he got laid out. That he was expecting that he wanted to, quote, run it back with the same coordinator, the same staff. He thought they had something going. And that ultimately, the reason why he got axed is because, according to Rappaport, Harbaugh had lost the locker room. And that the GM, Eric DeCosta, was consulting with players up and down that roster to get their sense on what they thought about him. And there was a lot of distrust in him and his ability to lead the team and get them in the right position. And according to Rappaport, it all started with Lamar Jackson, that the two were not on the same page there at the end, and it ultimately led to the rest of the locker room kind of losing their faith in Harbaugh as well.
They should have. Like that, there was something wrong with that team. I said it after week one. I really did, because I really believe that. Like, I know people said you're a prisoner of the moment. It's only one game. Calm down. You're just going for clicks. That's what I got. Mm-hmm. But when you lose a game of that magnitude and this is your history, that's why I was like, they probably could have salvaged the season if they would have made a move earlier. They waited. You remember the first 5 games? They were awful.
Well, they were
awful.
I get the sentiment. If Lamar wasn't going to be Lamar, it wasn't going to happen, in my opinion. But I get what you're saying. Like, if it's time to make the move, make the move.
You just make the move. You don't. Yeah. You're not like, oh, we got to give them. No.
That's what happens when you got the tenure, right? When are the Steelers? When are the Steelers ever going to pull the trigger on Mike Tomlin? You get what I mean? Because it's never going to be comfortable.
Yeah, but it would have been had they lost that game.
They still could have convinced themselves he didn't go below 500. Wasn't a losing season. Run it back. That was year one with Aaron Rodgers. Give it another shot. Like, you can convince yourself when you have it. It's like relationships. Well, we've been good most of the time.
He's been there so long too. I just think, like, Tomlin, don't forget, it was only 3 or 4 weeks ago they were chanting fire Tomlin.
Oh, this past game, they were booing him so early. But I'm just saying, it becomes difficult when you have that long history with people. How do you do it? When do you break it off? That's why we all know those couples that you're like, break this couple up. Like, why they ain't break up yet?
That's what they should say when I used to go out to dinner with my wife back in the day.
Y'all, Rob, only 5 years.
We were 7. We dated 2 years together.
I'm talking marriage.
Well, but we were together
so
for
when
7
was it supposed to exit? Not even to the altar? Should y'all have not have met at the altar?
I don't know.
Lay down on my couch.
It's very painful.
I don't think so.
I think I need to go get
You said earlier they're headaches.
I think I need counseling now. It's been 20 years or so, but I think I need counseling to get over this.
Lay down on the table. I got you. Brother Dub Love. I got
Hey, yo! I'm not laying on any table.
Talk to me,
when
man.
Your name is Double Love or whatever you just said it was.
Lay down on the table with Bubba Dub Love's going to take care of you.
So you got your lady.
Doctor.
Wild.
Doctor, that was.
Well,
I said Doctor
I wouldn't
Love.
have said that.
Dr. Love, it sounded crazy.
All right.
You know, a thumbs up to this segment. That's
Alex.
What?
That's got to go.
Oh, okay.
It's my man's 40. Let that one slide.
All right, that's gone.
You know it's not right.
It's over.
But he's got the vault of everything.
It's in the vault.
Did you put those together?
No, you said it. I looked at you
say that.
and I said, Rob.
You did say that.
I did not. You edited those together.
I didn't edit
anything.
anything.
Yes, you did. I did not say that. I jumped up when he thumbed me or whatever it was.
What are you? So then you ran it back. What are you doing right now?
Because I don't believe I said those things together.
The podcasters will hear it.
No.
I got proof right here for everybody. I didn't edit nothing.
Dang it, Rob.
Nothing.
All right. I'm just too much. 877-99 on Fox.
877-996-6369.
Just go to break. It's not going to end well.
How much blame does Lamar Jackson deserve for John Harbaugh getting the axe in Baltimore? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on a Trash Talking Tuesday on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
If you're the odd mob, we need a thumbs up in the US of A.
I told you.
You know what?
What?
I'm glad he walked out on Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr deserves all of it. All the smoke. He has created this monster in Draymond Green, and to have him walk out on his teammates and for it to be okay. And I would have told that dude, you better not come back out here, even if he ain't in the game. You better stay there if you're going to walk away from your teammates when you're trying to win a damn game. How dare Steve Kerr? Why does he continue to coddle this guy? Steve Curdle Milk is what you should be called, because your methods of coaching is ridiculous. He allowed him to sucker punch a guy, never even gave him a suspension, let Draymond talk about he walked away from the team and there was no discipline. And then they didn't want to suspend him because they wanted to make sure he was there for the ring ceremony so that he could get there. I would have said you got suspended for 10 games and we're giving out the rings on opening night and you won't get yours that night. I don't understand it. How do the other players allow that? You're another player on a team. You're going to let this guy walk out? Everybody has disagreements. You can't walk out on your teammates. What kind of coach has Steve Kerr turned into? To allow this guy to do whatever he wants and then come back out? Kelvin, seriously, you play basketball. Come back out for what? You walked out on us. We're a team. Win together, lose together. We can argue. You can't walk out. It's ridiculous. I don't understand Steve Kerr, but I'm glad. Draymond, he's giving you a ton of rope. Use it. Make him look like the fool, because that's what it looks like. Really? Steve Kerr has no control over the team? You can walk out. Don't come back here. You don't come back until you apologize to everybody on this bench and this team and tell them it'll never happen again. Come back out. Oh, he wouldn't go back in the game. And you know what tells you how weak Steve Kerr is? You know what the reporter said?
You beat me to it. Yep.
You know what the reporter asked him? Was that
Draymond's decision
or yours? What?
When I heard that, I was like, "What? Hold on, what?" I would have went off for the reporter.
For the reporter even asked him that.
But that
tells you that.
That shows the leeway and the
ridiculous
the excuses that have been built. All right, a couple of things. So you touched on a lot of that, and we disagreed and argued all day yesterday. We started off the show here mostly agreeing on this. This has been something that's been built up with this team for now 10, 15, 10, 12 years. They've allowed things with Draymond that have not been allowed with any other teammate. And you just mentioned something. You said, well, why would somebody else on the team should have been like, hey, man, you can't be doing that. That's the issue, is that their best player, Steph, is not that kind of guy. So Draymond would have Draymond. You get what I'm saying? If there was another Draymond would have Draymond Greened it right then. But there's nobody else who's built like that. And so Steve Kerr has built and created where Draymond gets away with stuff that nobody else could get with. Because if Draymond tried to get away with the stuff Draymond does, he would have let him know. He would have checked him.
I don't doubt for 1 second if Michael Jordan was on that bench, he would have grabbed him and said, where are you going?
Hey, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Or the opposite. If you left, when you come back, no, we good. We good on you today.
Get back.
No, we don't need you. You didn't want to be a part of this comeback, this win, whatever. We don't need you right now. So let me elaborate on a couple other things. I think Steve Kerr is so much indoctrinated with Phil Jackson's ideology and the way Phil Jackson coached. Phil Jackson was so unique. He was telling Dennis Rodman, hey, go blow steam off in Vegas. And I think Steve Kerr adopted too much of that where I know I got different personalities. I got to allow this guy to do that. I got to let this guy do that. I'm going to give him leeway. I'm going to be harder on him. And I think he's trying to do that too much. Draymond has been allowed to do too much from a league standpoint and from a Warrior standpoint. You can't stomp people in the chest, punch your own teammates, punch other people, head like Rudy Gobert, cuss people out, cuss Kevin Durant out. That's so much so that he leaves the team. Like, how much more can the man get away with? And that's the thing that blows me away. And Steve Kerr has to have at a point where he puts his foot down, or that team. Who checks Draymond?
Nobody.
Does anybody in the organization check Draymond? Does the bully ever get bullied? And it reminds me of a scene in one of my favorite movies, Road to Perdition. Anybody ever seen Road to Perdition? There's a scene where basically the head boss man, his son is just a terrible, incompetent gangster. Tom Hanks is really the one who should be his son, but is not his biological son. The bad dude, the bad son goes off, does some wild stuff, and even hurts Tom Hanks' kids, kills his family and everything. And then basically Tom finally gets to him and he says, well, why you let him do that? And he said, well, that's my son. What did you want me to do? And that's what Steve Kerr has created, where they look at Draymond and go, well, I mean, that's our guy. What do you want us to do? No, somebody check him. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. You can watch us live on YouTube right now. That's right. We'll simulcast the show. That's right. Do it. Sagar's doing a good job. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Go do it right now. All right, let's take some calls. 877-99 on Fox. We'll do some more on the other side. Let's take a couple now real quick on the other side of trending. Lamar, how much is he to blame for John Harbaugh's firing?
Is this
not at all? Go ahead.
Is this Alice in Pittsburgh? Alice, we called for you yesterday. How are you?
Hi. I tried to call you guys yesterday, but I couldn't get through, and I got home from work. I was exhausted.
Okay, so you did hear us calling for you, right? Did you hear us?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
Hey, I don't think that they can completely blame Lamar. I mean, if they're basing it on yesterday's game, he got them down there close enough.
Yes.
To get another score. Okay, and that John Harbaugh maybe made a bad decision of not going for it and like trying to get a little bit closer.
Thank you. That. How about running? He had what? 2 timeouts, Kelvin, or 1? He had 2 timeouts. He could. Right. He had plenty of time. You know what I mean?
So I don't think that they can blame that on Lamar. That's he did everything that he could to win that game yesterday, and if it weren't for that missed field goal, we would have lost because Chris Boswell missed that extra point. He's missed 2 extra points in his whole career. He missed that one yesterday.
That was a big miss there. That opened the door for the Ravens. No doubt.
Hey, right, Alice, thank you.
You're in the playoffs, Alice. Celebrate.
I'm so excited.
All right. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Alice.
All right. Let's squeeze one more in, and then we got Steve DeSager, and we'll take more of your phone calls after Steve's update. But Jordan in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jordan?
Hey, Rob, Kelvin, how you guys doing?
What's up, Jordan?
Great.
Good, brother.
Oh, yes, I'm doing good. No, I'm a Ravens fan. The notion that Lamar cost John Harbaugh his job is crazy. If anything, I would say it's the contrary. A lot of people don't know Harbaugh was supposed to get fired after missing the playoffs 3 straight years.
Yep.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
And Lamar showed up and saved his job.
He did. I mentioned, I think it was 4 out of 5 years he struggled.
Yep. Yep, and rookie Lamar ripped off 6 straight wins after they started 4-6 in 2018, and kept that man the job. And I like Coach Harbaugh, but it's the truth. I think if they would have drafted another quarterback lesser than Lamar, but lesser than a 2-time MVP and future Hall of Famer, that he wouldn't even made it to the 2020s as the Ravens coach.
That's not crazy.
That is
One
fair.
thing I'll give
Jordan,
John Harbaugh
fair.
his credit for was embracing Lamar. He didn't try to make him be something he's not. That's one thing I will give him credit for, because a lot of people didn't know what to do.
And he probably got that from Jim Harbaugh, because he was the one with Colin Kaepernick who embraced his whole
That's a great point, Rob.
Gil, right? And was like, no.
Be you. Be great.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. All right, we'll take some more of those on the other side.
877-99 on Fox. If you want to get in, we're taking more calls, but first.
Steve DeSager. What's up, brother?
Hello, gentlemen. The Baltimore Ravens did fire Coach John Harbaugh today. The team just missed the playoffs after losing at Pittsburgh in Sunday night's season finale. Harbaugh led the Ravens for 18 seasons. The Lions fired offensive coordinator John Morton after 1 season. Dallas fired defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus after 1 season. The Cowboys allowed 30 points a game, worst in the league. Washington fired its offensive and defensive coordinators, Cliff Kingsbury and Joe Witt Jr. Rams wide receiver Davante Adams was a full participant in today's walkthrough. He's missed the last 3 games with a bad hamstring. The Rams activated safety Quentin Lake. Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins restructured his contract, so he could be a free agent this year. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate declared for the NFL draft. To college basketball, Minnesota at home leads number 19 Iowa 51-39 with under 10 minutes to go. And Oklahoma State at home leads number 25 UCF 56-50 with 12 minutes to play. Just underway on FS1, top 20 matchup Texas Tech at Houston. Number 2 Michigan won 74-72 at Penn State. Number 6 Duke came back to win at number 20 Louisville 84-73. Florida defeated 18th ranked Georgia 92-77. Luka Doncic leads the fan voting for next month's NBA All-Star game. Nikola Jokic is number 2 in the West. In the NBA tonight, Cleveland Cavaliers came back for a win at Indiana 120-116. Outscored them by 13 in the fourth quarter, so the Pacers have now lost 13 in a row. The Wizards were 9-25, but got a home win against Orlando 120-112. Victor Wembanyama is playing. Off the bench, he has 13 points in 14 minutes. The Spurs are tied at Memphis in the third, 61-all for the Grizzlies guard Ja Morant out with a calf injury. Sacramento has the late game in an hour and a half, hosting Dallas. Kings forward Keegan Murray will miss at least 3 to 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. NHL, it's the Avalanche trailing at Tampa Bay Lightning 3-2, 5 minutes to go. Back to you.
Steve, thank you. Have a wonderful night, brother. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolution on track with up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose. Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can achieve your goals. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. All right, as Rob mentioned, 877-99 on Fox. We'll take a few more about just the whole Ravens. You don't have to be specific about Lamar, but just the whole John Harbaugh firing. Who do you blame? Is it just his history of not winning big games? Maybe you think it's Lamar. What is it? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Andre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, on this one, I got to put it on Lamar Jackson. He's over here moving like Don Barzini, trying to be behind the scenes, but he's controlling all the strings, and at the end of the day, he's the one that precipitated this move against John Harbaugh. It doesn't happen unless he gives the go-ahead.
I just gave you an example of Michael Jordan asking for Phil Jackson to come back, and they told Michael Jordan, no way, no how. So it's not that automatic.
Point taken, Rob. But where have the Chicago Bulls been?
No, but
it
could be a bad move, and I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying just because you're the star player, once ownership is out on you, it was just like Tom Thibodeau, right? We're at the end of the year. Kelvin thought they overachieved. They almost went to the finals, whatever. No. And I don't care how many players went in there. They were like, we should have gone to the finals, Andre, and that's why he got the Ziggy. He got fired.
Now Mike Brown over here looking like, oh, shoot. You better get to the finals, Mike.
Oh, I don't know. Drake on? All right, thank you, Drake. Who next?
All right. I didn't know he bounced out. I guess it was
I got to
too
go.
much.
My dog was waiting on a walk.
Oh, it's Kevin in Culver City. I guess he has a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card.
Nah, you ain't getting
What's
it.
Kevin? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. You know we were talking bad about you yesterday.
Yeah, God is good.
All the time.
Unless he doesn't have pay up his wing bet.
I heard my name in these streets, and I support local businesses. I'm not a chain guy.
All right, so where am I going?
When you want to get the wings, go to American Deli. LA Try Guy went there. They got the best wings. I'll buy some wings and pay for them and say you're coming. Or you could go to Mardi Gras on Ventura Boulevard. I know the head chef.
Oh, Mardi Gras Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, that's the spot. Shout out to them.
Okay, so
I know the head chef Keith. I'll hook up some wings with you guys. Might pick them up.
Okay.
Hey, you got to go there. That's like a mile from us.
All right, so Rob G will get your number. Do not hang up, and you're going to pay this bet off, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. What you got?
Let me tell you something. Lamar Jackson had the opportunity and the post game to just say, hey, that's my coach. We riding together as a team, and we going to win together as a team. And he didn't do that. So, like Kelvin was saying, when players talk like that, I'm in the moment. We just played. That just means, hey, I'm not really feeling it that way. And I give you credit for saying after week 1 they should have moved off of him, which they should have.
Okay, you remember that. You remember that.
That article that came out about Lamar Jackson falling asleep in practice and coming up late to team meetings, that's a coach source. So that was a hit piece on Lamar. And I think that article, what's going on, led to this friction that happened with him getting fired, because that source does not come from anybody outside of the building knowing about a player falling asleep in meetings and stuff like that.
So
Lamar's response was, you think John will let me do that? That was his response.
Yeah. If Lamar wanted him out, he could have played terrible, thrown 3 interceptions, they lose the game.
Well, hold on, okay. What do you mean? I'm a professional.
No, you don't. You
I'm
think
trying to get to the postseason.
You think that doesn't happen?
Lamar Jackson ain't about to go out there and
I'm asking
point shade.
No, Lamar played great. I'm just saying. You
can't believe you just said that.
You think it doesn't happen?
Lamar ain't about to go out there and point shave.
All right, let's squeeze one more in. Scott, our man Scott in North Kakalaki. Scott, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
What's up,
man? How are you?
Doing good. First of all, go Birds. We about to win back-to-back. But I'm not going to talk about this last game. I'm just going to talk about the overall pairing with Lamar Jackson and John. I think it's just a lack of leadership on both parts. I mean, the way they handle the games, the penalties, not showing up the film, practice, and stuff like that. I think it's just bad leadership on both parts, and Lamar got blame in that.
Okay.
Nobody's saying Lamar doesn't get any blame, but, dude, when you blow 18 double-digit fourth quarter, I mean, seriously, Scott.
Lamar he's good for at least one mistake each game.
Okay, that's fine. Double digits. Did you watch the opening game in Buffalo?
Oh yeah, he played good that game and his last game. But I'm just talking about the overall pairing. It's just too many mistakes, not good leadership across the board from anybody on the team.
You just didn't trust all the elements to come together between the coach, the quarterback, the defense. There's always something was going to go wrong.
It's hard, and you know this in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
What's the hardest position to get a player in?
Saying a quarterback.
It's a quarterback. So if I have to pick, I'm always going to pick a quarterback.
That ain't a question. Lamar wasn't going nowhere.
Lamar, I'm sorry, he's not going anywhere. You go ahead, and if you would have put Lamar up, there would have been 25 teams.
Yep.
That would have taken Lamar tomorrow. Like what?
No,
are you kidding?
That's not even I can't even believe people talking about trade.
Well,
Lamar.
are you sure about that?
Yeah,
because he was available a couple years ago, and not a single offer was made.
And have you seen what he's done the last 2-3 years?
That was because they didn't want the contract.
Because he wanted the guaranteed contract.
Yes,
Dude,
that's what scared people off. And even the Jets had a chance, right? The Jets could have gotten him. They could have drafted him, I think, too, right?
Yeah, everybody could. He went last in the first round.
He went last. So that was different.
I mean, but I'm just saying, a lot of teams blew it, and then even then, somebody should have stepped up. Are you kidding? Like with that guy's talent, and then nobody wanted to pay him because he wanted a fully guaranteed contract.
Yep.
Well, there's also, unfairly, but there is a perception that he's a better runner than a thrower, and that's been following him. Even as recently as 2 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
I know, but even as 2 weeks ago, The Athletic had all these anonymous execs, and they're like, hey, maybe we're seeing what he looks like when he's not running.
Hey, do
this
me a
season he
favor.
didn't run.
Hey, anonymous execs, put some names on it
That's a
so
good
we can
point.
see what your
No, I
records
disagree.
are.
That's
No,
true. I
no,
disagree.
I'm not saying for the name. What I'm saying is only because I want to see your teams. Because I guarantee you nobody's had more winning. Nobody has won more than him.
No, but you're not. Some of the best journalism in the history of this country.
You're going way journalism.
But deals with anonymous sources. I'm not against it.
I don't really care about this. So my whole point was he has been better. He's won more games than just about anybody except Patrick Mahomes the last 4 or 5 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, so he can't do this. Dude, have you seen his numbers?
No, I get all that.
So the idea that this is what he is.
But that's how you get stuff, and you get people to be honest sometimes is anonymous sources.
I know today is 40 years for you. I ain't talking about that. I don't really care. My only point was I just want to know, is your team been successful?
You didn't work at the Wilkes-Barre Times leader like I did for $15,000.
No, I got
$1,250 a month. Rob G, what could you get for $1,250 a month?
Back in 1912, a lot.
In 1986.
You done said that man went down with the Titanic.
I would have been rich in 1912.
Yeah. Hey, just real quick, I don't work up against it. Is it fair to say that Lamar Jackson is one of the very few athletes in sports, period, that has both saved a coach's job like he did with John Harbaugh, who's going to get fired, as well reported, before he exploded as a rookie, and then simultaneously played a big role in getting him out the door like this one, where they said it started with him and Lamar not being on the same page, and then it snowballed from there. Like, how many guys can say they had both sides of that spectrum?
Right.
I feel like that happens.
In football, I mean, the NBA might be the closest
That's
thing.
what I was thinking about the NBA.
But in football, that doesn't happen at all.
But you know why, Rob G, I think, in this case? Because there aren't that many coaches that coach 18 years in the NFL.
It has to end at some point.
Yeah. Right, but it's such a long window. Like most coaches, if they're lucky, get 2 years. Like the majority, I bet you looked at the numbers.
Probably 3, 2. No, probably 2.5. You might be right.
I'm telling you, like most guys, because there's a lot of 1 year guys who get knocked out in 1 year. So when you do the math and average it out, I bet you it's like most guys get 2 or 3 years. Most.
Like so we're going to need Patrick Mahomes in 2 years to say, you know what, I'm done with Big Red. Is that going to be the next?
That's not
is
far
that
off.
The only thing.
I mean, look, this next
or
season,
Josh Allen to say, Sean McDermott, I'm good.
He doesn't even have to do that. If I'm Patrick Mahomes, we're going out for dinner.
Oh, gosh.
Pork chops.
Just nothing but meats and cheeses and see what happens.
I'm going to order. Let him get a whole rack. Can he get a rack?
Maybe all he wanted was some asparagus and a side salad. Don't do that. You don't know that man menu. Everybody can't be all slim like you after February, okay?
This way, I don't have to take any blame.
You're a sportist. No sport matters but baseball, and now you fat shaming people. I can't keep up.
I don't fat shame because I'm fat myself.
6 months out of the year. The other 6 months, you're 175 pounds. Make up your mind. All right, last call, 877-99 on Fox. We'll do that next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is.
Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan. I love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Shout out to all of our guests who joined us today. We had a packed show. Appreciate everybody. Rob G will get the podcast up shortly. And facing a peak season, we're looking for a new team member. Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Professionals makes hiring easy. Visit expresspros.com to find an office and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster. Now it is time for Express Pro of the Week. The Pro of the Week goes to Browns edge rusher Myles Garrett. He got his 23rd sack of the season on Sunday.
Fugazi.
To become the NFL single-season sack king.
Fugazi.
So, again, congrats to Myles Garrett for being our Express Pro of the Week. What if he was saying that about you?
That's okay.
What if he was sitting here doing
All
that?
right. Hey, instead of last call tonight, we're going to do Rob G, Odd Mob.
YouTubians.
Yes. What we got,
What
Rob
we got?
G?
Yeah, we'll call it the last Tubians because there's some good stuff coming in, including from Sean, the mayor of the Odd Mob. He's there. We got MJ in New Orleans. We got Carter. No words, just thumbs up to Rob. No Josh Hart. That's what seems to be the
That's the
general
hashtag.
consensus.
No
Alex,
Diddy.
you see what
Now
you
it's
did
no
to
Josh
me?
Hart.
So we're pretty excited about
listening
that.
to you.
And yeah, the way to go, Rob. We're pretty.
There you go.
it's
Rob,
all good.
They're giving me thumbs up for my 40-year career.
Yeah.
way
right?
to spend
Is that it?
And that's how you have a 40-year career, being able to spend things like that.
I know how
Speaking
to
of that,
spend.
hush, enough of you.
All right.
Well, it's about to be about you, but dang it, give me the mic. Put the camera on me, Soccer. All right, 40 years, 4 decades. These are literally just coming off the dome, B. It's like a freestyle, son.
Uh-oh.
Rapid fire. I don't want to hear your long-winded soliloquies
Okay, I'm
if
not
I'm
gonna do
writing,
that.
I'm ripping. Rapid fire. Favorite job of all time. Best place.
Fox Sports Radio, and that is not. I told Don Martin that today, and I'm not even kidding you.
I believe you.
40 years. When I came here 10 years ago, they have never called me into a meeting, never told me, don't say this, don't do that. They've allowed me to be me, and I say it's the best job. The most influential or job like that was being the first black sports columnist at the Free Press in Detroit. But if you ask me my favorite job,
Right.
it's this job.
Love that. All right. Quickly.
Okay.
Favorite or most infamous interview? Like I had this interview, was great, or it was just wild, or whatever.
Great interview. Michael Jordan one-on-one in a locker room with just me and Michael Jordan in Louisville, Kentucky. They were down there to play an exhibition game. I was covering the Reds. The Bulls were in town, in Louisville. Yeah. And I was like, because I had covered the NBA, I'll drive down and try to get an interview with Michael Jordan. And it was right after he hosted Saturday Night Live. So I talked to him about doing Saturday Night Live and whatever. And that not too many often times you're going to get one-on-one.
If you ain't a mob shot.
When there's nobody else around. Just me and him.
Assuming this is the twilight, you're not going to do anything new. The thing you wish you would have done that you never got to do in the media career.
That's a great question. I always feel like I started the barbershop show in Detroit as a local show. That show, and I pitched it 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
I remember.
I pitched that to ESPN like a long time ago. And they kind of liked it, whatever, but they never moved on it. And I always feel like I wish they would have moved on.
You'd have been ahead of that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they liked it, but just not enough to really move on it.
They weren't cool enough then.
Yeah, I felt like I
respectfully.
felt like I missed out on that.
Yeah, they weren't cool enough then. Seriously, they weren't.
And I had a barbershop. You know what I mean? All the elements that work.
Yep. All right. Lesson. One lesson you would say.
Too? Go ahead.
One lesson you would say, like, man, you know what? To you youngins listening now, blank.
I would just say, believe in yourself. You can't allow other people to dictate your life. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about if you know you're slacking off and not doing your job. I'm just saying this is such a subjective business.
That's true.
You got to be real careful because you think everybody who's in a position of authority knows what they're doing, and they don't. They don't. They make mistakes all the time. So you got to be really, really careful. And if people criticize you on your work, make sure that they also help you correct it. Don't just accept criticism. How can I make this better and make them make you better?
You must be talking about a previous boss I had some years ago because everything you said sounded like what he wasn't doing.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. 4 decades.
40 years.
Your
Alex,
career has
can you
gray
believe
hair.
it? The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?